Just talking all night, provoking me, no. If I only hold you for night, it's thunder. I'm giving you thunder.
Culture. We started the donkey in Carnival 92. Right. As a matter of fact, it was October 92. Yeah, no, October 91.
Ben Harker passed away on April 10th.
One man, we came back from Texas,
right,
and we had a show there. Yeah, so like we started it in October 91, and then Carnival 92 now. I sort of just made another joke, but made a little ad-lib about it, using the Oakland Wo Donkey Wo, incorporating people that get involved in the dance and stuff like that, putting your man on your shoulder, put your woman on your shoulder, and that kind of stuff.
Engaging conversations, latest news, our music. This is Talk City 91.1 FM. Titans of Democracy on Talk City 91.1 FM.
Don't worry, lover. Don't worry, friend. Don't worry, partner. You go see thing again. Don't worry, lover. Don't worry, friend. Don't worry, partner. This is not the end. We time coming back again. It's so much my heart to take. I feel like I'm born again. Freedom at last. Reach the glass. Oh, you can't live in the past. So look for where madness they would rather sail. Look for where shirt on in the people place. Look for where real girl and it's only ways. Look for where by the end they go between them in the Hall of Fame. Soca Hall of Fame. In the Hall of Fame. It's the culture we declare. Hall of Fame. Soca Hall of Fame. In the Hall of Fame. When it comes to party, the spirits have me under it. I don't want no limit. When I come, this is no visit. Every place we look to conquer it. Hey, give me a rhythm tap. I want to get high like Superman. I don't care about race or religion. One love is the mission. So yeah, babe, don't worry, lover. Don't worry, friend. Don't worry, partner. It's me time again. Don't worry, lover. I know you're missing it. It's a whole mood when we start to get living time coming back again. It's so much my heart to take. I feel like I'm born again. Freedom at last, raise a glass. Oh yeah, can't live in the past. So look for where madness, they been rather say. Look for where real girl and it's only ways. Look for where shirt off in the people place. Look for where when we gonna go put we nail in the Hall of Fame. Soca Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame, it's the culture we defend. Hall of Fame, Soca Hall of Fame, we in the Hall of Fame. When it comes to party, I feel like a zombie, like a moko shadow in the sun. Beating up and beating a drum, licking a yarn without a tongue. Hey, watching the city come alive. I out there till the sunrise. Tell them I don't make up my mind. Can't do it once, we must do it twice. So yeah, man, don't worry, lover. Don't worry, friend. Don't worry, partner. You go see thing again. Don't worry, lover. I know you're mixing it. It's a whole mood when we start to get limit time coming back again. It's so much my heart could take. I feel like I'm born again. Freedom at last. Raise a glass. Oh yeah, can't live in the past. So look for where madness, they been rather say. Look for where real girl and it's only ways. Look for where shirt off in the people place. Look for where when we gonna go put we nail in the Hall of Fame. Soca Hall of Fame.
It's just about 10 minutes after 6 o'clock. We are Talk City 91.1 FM, broadcasting from Uptown Port of Spain. Definitely your address for talk. And it's time for Titans of Democracy. Yes, indeed. Yours truly, Damien Kidd. I'm here with you. And as the saying goes, we're getting ready for crunch time. And my good friend Sharon, somehow I think she's talking to the newspaper guy. I don't know. So I don't know. All of a sudden, she found some sort of interest in the newspaper guy. So she's outside there with the newspaper guy. Sharon, you need to come inside to do your work now. Okay? Yeah, so we can carry on the show and get you Titans ready for a good packed show today. So keep it right here on Talk City 91.1 FM. Your address for talk, and of course, we're going to take some phone calls. And in the meantime, though, send us some messages. your WhatsApp messages. Indeed, 3944911. How are you feeling today? It is Friday. We are here with the weekend. So I got some Asha Montano for you. Get ready to call us up with your greeting calls right after this one.
Fun times ahead though. I said, yeah. It's been a long time. A long time coming.
Titans of Democracy on Talk City 91.1
I love the
FM.
party bad. Hey, give me now. Bad vibes can't step on the base. Can't put a foot in the place. I hear the girl them whining their ways, and their friends have tricks by the case. Long time I hear mash up dance, mash up sets, mash up dance, mash up sets. Party till I'm talking wet. Jump up in a dance till I run out of breath. Mash up dance, mash up sets, mash up dance, mash up sets. Party till I'm talking wet. Long time I hear party and I miss it. I could definitely use a good fet right now. Definitely use a good fet right now. Fet right now. Definitely use a good fet right now. I could surely do it a good fet right now. Surely do it a good fet right now. Fet right now. Surely do it a good fet right now. Dance, burn up, hand up, hand up, everything up, everything up, everything up, dance, burn up, hand up, hand up, everything up, hey. We shall where the party blow, whoa. The girl them whining so low. They know what touching metal and we right there behind them, telling them go. Long time. I don't end up in a party all in a nice vibe. But I'm glad that I come out tonight. Cause in the house like some of them ballin'. I could definitely use a good fet right now. Definitely use a good fet right now. Definitely use a good fet right now. I could surely do it a good fet right now. Surely do it a good fet right now. Fet right now. Surely do it a good fet right now. Dance, burn up, hand up, everything up, everything up, dance, burn up, hand up, everything up, bad vibes can't step on the base, can't put a foot in the place. I hear the girl them whining their ways, and their friends have tricks by the case. Long time I hear mash up dance, mash up sets, mash up dance, mash up sets. Party till I'm talking wet, jump up in a dance till I run out of breath. Mash up dance, mash up sets, mash up dance, mash up sets. Party till I'm talking wet. Long time I hear party and I miss it. I could definitely use a good fet right now. Definitely use a good fet right now.
Give us a call. Send your morning greetings. 622-4911.
Yeah, that's the number to give us a call right now. You're taking your greetings call, 622-4911, inside Titans of Democracy. Beautiful Friday. Thank you very much, Marshall Montano. Yeah, long time in fet. And who ain't fet in a long while? Never know. All right, so it's Friday. Taking the calls. Let's see who is out there. Let's see who's that person going to call me right now. Hello, good morning.
Hi, Blessed Rising.
Blessed Rising, darling. What's going on?
I'm good after jam. Miss Sharon Felix, Blessed Rising to you.
Yes, she's outside
Well,
talking to the
this
newspapers
is the
now.
day that God has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it.
Yes.
Damien, my heart feels glad for what I see in Tangy Grandy last night.
Nice.
Blessed morning to all of Trinidad and Tobago. And as I always say, keep the guard up. Don't let it down.
Nice.
Now is the time to be much more wise and watchful. You all take care of the children, please, and you all be safe on the nation's black carpet. Blessed love and guidance to all. Hold on, please.
Hi, good morning, Damien.
Morning.
And good morning to Sharon.
Morning.
The lady there?
Of course she's here.
Okay, I'm hearing the song of silence.
She's here.
Yes, so I want to say good morning to all the listeners and callers. And Grandy looked nice last night, boy. Wow. Grandy is really loving her. The most that I love they will ever get in any eating anything they keep anyway. See, Grandy, that why they just save the best for last. Yeah. All they have to do, that crowd, is to come out and do it. Great is the pain them are gone.
Thank you very much. Oh, yeah, she party, yeah. She don't want to come and sit down, yeah. There's so much. People, if you see the here, if you see the here, if you see the here, ready for them, ready for them, ready for them. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Good morning to you, Damien and Sharon, although she's not with you sitting in the sun, instead she's in the building.
She's right here.
Okay, good morning. Damien, let me say good morning to Trinidad and Tobago. Mr. Leave It right here, Mr. Monk. Damien, he hit me hard yesterday.
Oh, leave it there?
Yeah, what he say?
No, he said nothing about you. I think it's
He
only about
can't remember what he said. He said it's not sweeping time, it's greeting time.
It's all right. Yes, it's not. It's greeting time, not sleeping time.
Fix him. Damien, I want to say to my brothers and sisters of Trinidad and Tobago, stay focused, please.
Yeah.
Stay focused. I know why I'm telling you, stay focused. I saw something yesterday, it bothered me a lot. Young African children within the age of about like 10, 11, 12 is so much. Are they all in yellow jerseys? African young children. Please, mothers and fathers, do not let it be.
Hello? 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 Oh, shit. Phone cut off.
Oh, we on dead here, what?
No,
I ain't put that.
You and put on your business as yet. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Good morning, Damien.
Morning.
And good morning to Sharon.
Good morning.
Damien, I want to say good morning to Mr. Mount St. George. Good morning to Mommy. Good morning to Mano. Mr. Claxton Bay, my brother, my sister, my children, each and every one. And good morning to Mr. Leave It here. It is morning greeting. We could talk about what went on last night after. So Mr. Damien and Sharon, tell Sharon come and read the papers.
All right, yeah.
So we'll have a blessed morning. And Sharon, you finish on, and Damien, I'll reach out safe and have a safe weekend.
Yes.
Thank
so
you.
We can hear you next week by God's will.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we're looking red and ready. Bye for now.
Okay, ma'am.
Morning to Maria Natasha Santana, Ministry of Works. Yeah, well, they're sending us messages in the morning, unlike certain people. Rather not call any names.
Damien, good morning.
Morning, darling. How are you?
Good day. Good.
And for those who logged on via the internet,
Tell them where to find
if you check the outfit today. Hello, good morning.
Uncle G, morning. How are you doing, man?
I good.
Nice. Good to hear your voice, Auntie Cheryl.
Oh, Mount St. George.
How you doing this morning?
I did it, boy.
Nice. I'm going on the Facebook to see the dress code. I ain't asking nobody. I ain't asking you. I don't want nobody to know what I ask.
Oh, God.
Let me just shout out a few people. My boy, AG, Isaiah, goodbye. Morning to you all, son. All my grandsons, all my granddaughters. Morning. My daughter, Willa, she's getting ready for work, Right? Love to all of you all. Love to all of Trinidad and Tobago. And people, 3 days to go. before the general election, Monday the 28th. PNM people go out and vote on Monday morning. I ain't telling you all what to do because you know you must get up and bathe, say your prayers, take your breakfast if you need to, and go and vote resoundingly for the PNM. So we have Mr. Stuart Young and his whole entourage, the other 40 candidates as the government of Trinidad and Tobago from the 28th, from the 29th and onwards. Love to everybody out of Mount St. George. My two candidates last night, Auntie Cheryl was very, very powerful over in Mason Hall, and Mr. Devines, who replacing Dr. Rowley in Taranaj, well, Digger Martin West, I should say. He was there last night, and he's from right in the area there, Mason Hall, Mariah area. Right? So love to you, Mr. Devines, Mr. Shampakujo Lewis, and Miss Ayana Webster, my representative. Love to all of Trinidad. PNM Tobago people, today's Red Day in Scarborough. We're going and red up the place. I'm going with that.
Thank you.
All right, so Trinidad and Tobago. I'm here. Let me say good morning to all of you. I wait my turn. Good morning to everyone, and I hope that everyone's feeling happy and safe. I am.
You hear about okay?
No, I didn't.
You didn't?
No. Where is it?
Why tell the whole world he was doing?
What was doing? You ma come?
No.
Uh-huh.
Somebody tell me I started talking to the newspaper guy.
I was trying to fix it.
Hey, come on. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning, in live.
Damien, it's me again, Sharon Felix.
Yes, my darling.
I will tell Mom St. George what you have on now. She all in red.
You see, I in red, I orange.
Well, you know, I cannot wear that color to go in the polling station. You know that? No, I'll wear that from after, not right now. So, you know, I don't know conflict now. You understand me?
Yes.
Yeah, that cause problem. But other than that, as I was telling Damien a while ago, African people think wisely. Don't let nobody tap all your set of promises. You all have a good one. I'm out now.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, in this lifetime, sometimes for you to sell yourself and market your product, you just have to lie, boy. When you have to lie. Boy, it's real alarming, you know? Yeah. Why you lying so? Just about a week or two ago, you was ill speaking the party, and then you end up on top the platform with them. Just a week ago. When you come, you're staying. All of a sudden, now you're staying by Bricks and by Hyatt. Anyhow, all you go on. Bam, go see all you. Yeah, nothing to see. People are trying to get BounXup, but I ain't seen BounXup this morning. Oh God, like BounXup fall asleep. Anyhow, we will see. Call us now, guys, on 622-4911.
Hello, good morning.
I don't know how to sit down.
Hello.
When they call the phone, they have to sit down to
Hello, good morning.
settle to talk.
Good morning, Damien.
Yeah, morning, partner.
Good morning, Miss Felix.
Good morning.
And all the listeners of 91.1.
Oh, you take so long. You take so long to answer the phone.
No, I was answering it, but you all weren't picking it up. I'd like to say good morning to Miss Josephine from Kandahar. I just heard her voice on the system there. And enjoy the rest of your all weekend. Bye-bye.
Okay, darling.
Mr. Constructive.
Thank you. 622-4911. Let me see who's on WhatsApp. A lot of people sharing the live.
Yes, guys, you need to share the live. Share the live.
Sharing the live. So some serious thing. Something serious happening there.
Yes.
Good
Hello,
morning.
good morning. Hello, good morning.
Right. Alvin in the house.
Morning.
Good morning to you, Damien King, and to Sean Chris and her family in her orange. I hope the orange sweet, and I believe it's sweet. Right. I will say, keep up with the exercise. Jealous don't want to make a stranger out. Yeah, the orange sweet. Yes, I will say, morning to all the Titans, all the beautiful ladies, especially Maura, Jenny, all the women in Titans, and Maura, the beautiful woman, and my lady friend White and Wendy, all the beautiful ladies in Hantarian, and Fireman, Tayo, Malcolm and Gemma, and to my friend Toxie, I know he's listening, and to Marlon, St. Marlon, and to Wheeler, that is the St. Marlon man, they call him top guy. It is tall black boy. And one sharp note I want to say, they're going around and they're sharing red George Young said on the fingers, which means money passing. I go on, thanks, I go on. Wonderful day.
Aye. All right.
Somebody's saying
Let me hear.
There's a anyway, I'll do that just now. Good morning, Sharon and Damien. Most people do not understand the role and function of a government in a country. The CPO is there to seek the country's interests. Tell Felicia Thomas and Leroy Batiste stop insulting PSA members' intelligence with a 10% fantasies. Oh Lord. All right. Hello, good morning. What's that on? 622-491. We're gonna take some one more phone call before we head into Did You Know for today. And you can send us your WhatsApp 394-4911. Yeah. All right. Hello. Good morning. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Hi. Good morning.
Morning, John Felix.
Morning, Crown Point.
Morning.
How are you all this morning?
We're good.
We're good.
Well, I am good. Like any. Better than many are not controlled by any.
That's right.
Let me say good morning to the whole of Trinidad and Tobago and to all the right-thinking citizens of Trinidad and Tobago that are going out to vote on Monday. My advice to you all this morning is stay focused, stop listening to the gossip, and when you go Monday, you do what you're supposed to do. Resoundingly for the PNM political party, a party that will lead us into a bright and prosperous future. Sharon, I was up Mason Hall last night, and it was fantastic.
How it go?
It was good. Them two ladies, boy, oh Lord, they were very powerful. They send the message, and I hope the people grasp the message and go and do the right thing on Monday.
Oh God, I can't take this thing every time.
The other side, who want to represent us in the parliament to fight for autonomy, they are a movie night is more important than going on a debate and showing the little island what you intend to do and who you are. You prefer to go and watch movies, so I'm sorry. But I know he wasn't going anywhere. He's a for the camp talk. Anyway, we're going with that. We'll have a good day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I don't understand why they invading people's privacy.
Before you go any further, I bear good news today. Get this one.
Blessed uprising to both of you and everyone locked on to 91.1 Talk City, and hope the day go just as good as how God make it, right?
Of course.
Loving your house, I locked on, right? Respect.
That will be talking about.
I don't line up that already, Sharon.
You're working with gas.
Of course.
Yeah.
Wait, one more time.
Yeah. But it's
Blessed
nice to
uprising to both of you and everyone locked on to 91.1 Talk City. And hope the day go just as good as how God make it right. Love in the house. I locked on right.
My brother,
respect.
love. And I respect that. And thank you very much, my brother. That's what we're talking about. More love is right now. You see, it's refreshing. Watch me. That right there making my day better.
Yes.
Enough respect to bless one man.
That's
I
what we're
really
talking
appreciate
about.
that. You know what I mean? Someone is saying here, morning, Sharon and Damien. Damien play the Calypso by Kitchener and not a damn seat for them.
Oh, Lord.
Jeez.
Oh, well, you go make management come and open the door here.
You see? I'm going to play this one here.
Morning again to Titans. Ariel is in the house. Morning to Sharon and Damien Kid. Orange is something good. I would say eat properly, exercise. You also want to make a stranger laugh. Yeah, what's happening? I listened last night to Stuart Young, the Prime Minister, and something that is a very dangerous thing only because they need to win is, he said, they have the agents passing it wrong. And they have a special red ink and they're letting you dip your finger in it. So which means when that finger red, that means you already vote. So it appears they're only targeting PNM voters. And well, it's obvious money have to pass. So let's say they have $60,000 to share out and they give each person a $500 just to put that red on the finger. You know what is that? That is very dangerous, you know. Just to win, boy, they're going all out. And I would say again, they are intimidating the EBC. They're trying to scare the EBC. So when they lose, this thing will be so dangerous, eh? It will be so dangerous when they lose, eh? I gone.
All right. Thank you very much. All right, so we're going to take some more phone calls right after this, what we call Did You Know? And did you know for today, did you know a moth, that's a butterfly-looking thing, animal or insect, a moth has no stomach. Did you know that, Sharon?
Well, it must have no stomach. Is your flat this? Where the stomach is?
The things I just want to say, they mean just hold your tongue. You understand? You know the Bible talk about your tongue. Hold your tongue there. Hold your tongue there, man. All right, so a moth has no stomach, right? All they do is just suck fluid, like nectar, right? And apparently the only time they say, you know, they eat is when they're in the caterpillar stage.
Oh.
Yeah, so when they're into, you know, when they bloom into the mud stage, they don't really have
any stomach.
Yeah, because they don't really eat. You understand? So there you go for today. So all you mutts out there that has no stomach. All right, so we go take a break. Let's see. I'll take one more phone. Let me take a phone before we go on the break.
Yes.
Hello, good morning.
Miss Phoenix, good morning.
Good morning, leave it there.
I'm time in. I know this call would have been
Damien, good morning to you.
Morning, sir. How are you going?
I'm hanging in there like the Baron.
You're hanging in there. I will say,
Damien, they can't help it, you know.
Yeah.
It's greeting time, not sleeping time.
Give yourself now, leave it there. But I thought that your friend.
Hey,
I thought that
come between me and Mommy, you know.
Well, I know that.
Good morning to my sister in Brooklyn. Good morning, Ms. Paisabar. Good morning. I hope all is well. Mommy, love. Mount St. George, you battling today? I will leave it here.
Right. I'd really leave it right here.
As we gear up for General Elections 2025, Talk City 91.1 FM asks you, did you know? Did you know that you can apply to be treated as a special elector? In accordance with Election Rule 59 of the Representation of Peoples Act, Chapter 201, an elector is eligible to be treated as a special elector if he or she is a member of the police service, the Special Reserve Police, or of the estate police established under the Supplemental Police Act, a member of the Defense Force or Prison Service, a member of the Commission and the Chief Election Officer, the Deputy Chief Election Officer, and the Assistant Chief Election Officer or the returning officer of an electoral district, other than that in which he or she is registered for the purpose of the election. A presiding officer, deputy presiding officer, poll clerk, or polling agent, a candidate or the husband or wife of a candidate for an electoral district, other than that in which he or she is registered for the purpose of the election. An election agent or a sub-agent who is registered for the purposes of the election in an electoral district, other than that of his or her candidate, a patient in a public hospital or in a private hospital approved by the Commission, an inmate in a public institution, or a prisoner within the meaning of that expression in Section 2 of the Prisons Act, a member of the flight crew of an aircraft, a person engaged in offshore petroleum operations, or any other person or member of any other organization as the Commission sees fit. All persons within the above categories may apply online at ebctt.com. Did you know? Well, now you know. Talk City 91.1 FM, keeping you in the know. The following is a paid political announcement.
Open all your eyes this election. All your big and all your sense. UNC promising the world.
I have heard the UNC saying that they will pay public servants 10 to 14% back pay, which will cost us over $6 billion in back pay.
Kamla, let me be real. Where are you getting the money from?
Blah, 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 blah. We have the plans.
And it will cost over $1 billion a year. So that's $7 billion with no revenue.
Every expert saying we can't afford it. So asking one last time, Kamla, where are you getting that money from?
Blah, 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 blah. We have the plans.
You put that bunch of corrupt kleptocrats in office, and the one thing you're guaranteed to get is a devaluation of the currency of Trinidad and Tobago.
We only have one choice because we big and have sense. We red and we ready.
Red is the PNM and we shall prevail.
Chinbego, are you ready? Yes. Of course we paid for that political announcement because we have to be responsible.
On April 28th, vote PNM. Great is the PNM.
That was a paid political announcement.
If it matters to you, it matters to us. We report the news. News in real time. TTT News, first at 6 p.m. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
Saturday, 10th May, First Citizen Supernovas presents A Day in Surrey. Saturday, 10th May at the Supernovas Vineyard, Surrey Village, Lupino Road, Aruca. Live entertainment from 4 p.m. with performances from Parang Icons, Los Alumnos de San Juan, and Los Tocadores. Look out for the sweet sounds of steel from NGC, Cooper, Troylanders, Lucci, and Silver Stars, reigning national panorama champions, Republic Bank Exodus. And your host, First Citizen Supernova. Plus, surprise performances from your favorite DJs and personality. Lots of giveaways, delicious food on sale, and a well-stocked bar. So no coolers and no drinks allowed. This event is still free. Saturday, 10th May, A Day in Surrey, 6. Powered by the Millennium Sound Company, Kiss Making Company. Member of Parliament for Aruca Lopino, Honorable Martin Gonzalez. And TTT Limited, the official media partner for A Day in Surrey 6.
Protecting your rights, giving you insights. This is Titans of Democracy with Sharon Felix.
culture. Ring the bell down there. Ring the bell for freedom. Ring the bell down there. I said to ring up the bell for the rhapsody. Ring the bell down there. Ring it all over. Ring it all over. Ring it all over. Ring it all over. Hey. Come on, brother leader. It's high time that you summon up the power. This time, boss it in the air bell. Well, look, I have a story to tell. Well, it's a long time now we fighting for freedom. Victory bound to come. Assemble the people, we sight up the mission, we rock the rap, so we done. I ring the bell, ring the bell. Ring the bell down there. Ring the bell, ring the bell. Ring the bell down there. Ring the bell for justice. Ring the bell down there. Ring the bell for culture. Ring the bell down there. Ring the bell for freedom. Ring the bell down there. I said to ring up the bell for the rap, so we done. Ring the bell down there. Ring it all over. Ring it all over. Ring it all over. Ring it all over. Hey.
And that's the sound of the late Lutalo Masimba, aka Brother Resistance, passed on July 13th of July 2021. Brother Resistance.
Alright.
Yeah, he passed away. Brother Resistance.
I'm not in Trinidad.
Just no, hold on.
No. Confused there.
You don't have me confused, eh?
Yeah.
But you know, Brother Resistance passed on, right?
I didn't know that.
Sean.
I don't know. I must be mixing up something.
Yeah. I hope so. I hope so. My Lord.
My word.
Morning, Sharon and Damien. Oh God.
Oh yes, in truth. What jail is this?
No, somebody say morning, quote unquote, morning. Somebody say morning, Sharon. Or they don't quote me. This is what I see in here.
I see it too.
Morning, Sharon and Damien. Quote unquote, NCW should get the award for the biggest election lie. Oh my God.
I myself, I don't know why a big man like that when he making himself a nuisance and boy, Olia, I don't know now. He ain't no wife and children and behaving like that, so. Yeah, but now I able.
The Titans, Ariel is in the house, morning to Sharon and.
Already?
Yes, you play that. I know what happened to you now. Like you're going back in times.
Sorry.
Morning, Sharon.
Morning,
Damien.
Morning.
You know, snake does change his skin free.
Oh, Lord.
But now I see snake changing this from Mornin and Josie.
Oh, God.
To snake from Point 14.
Yes.
And they going mad. To snake from Point 14. Prostituting in Trinidad. One they call Rawan. The next one is the Water Lord.
Oh God. Why?
It's a bit too much.
Morning, Miss Sharon.
Good morning.
Morning, Damien.
Morning.
Morning. Morning to everybody, Trinidad and Tobago. Miss Sharon, last night was a bang.
I see you last night, eh?
Within the 3 election that ever vote, I think last night was the biggest in terms of turnout to Sandy Grande meeting. Yeah, real big, real big. I see Pastor Google up there last night also.
Here they say. I want to tell PNM supporters, continue doing the good that PNM always expected to be doing. And these people that passing and seeing you're holding flag or you're wearing jersey and decide to cuss and go on and be so arrogant, let them be. Because that is only what they could be. That is what UNC looking for. This is the kind of people UNC looking for. This is now PNM looking for. So let we continue to hold up our standard or hold up the standard of PNM is about, and we're gonna be good. The children of tomorrow gonna grow up and know that PNM always is a respected party, and just try to avoid all this chaos and bacchanal and ignorance that has come out from other people's mouth. So let's not get into the kind of things that they wanted to, because sometimes they come to you, they try to get a conversation. Okay, my thing is make it make sense, and from the time you tell them that, they start to cuss like they don't even know where you just said us now. But we're going good. Red is the word, and we on the road to victory.
Thanks very much for that applaud. I will try to keep it cool, calm, collective, and focus. Listen, I'm making a bacchanal, right? And it's simple and smooth. The number is 28, the 28th of April. I'm predicting that number stays at PNM winning 28 seats, including Siparia. You understand what I'm telling you? I don't think the people of Trinidad and Tobago are so foolish to put the UNC in government. I don't think so. I have faith. Okay? Locked on, listen. Remember the number, 28, and remember, Blessed One said, 28 is the number. Red is the word.
Take that.
Hey, look, friend Angie.
Good morning to you.
Listen, before please, Angie, when you get your phone call, I don't know who it is calling you. When you make your wake up call, tell your people and them listen. I'm waking up, Damien. Don't interrupt. Right?
Wait, Papa.
Good morning to you, Damian, Sharon, to all the callers, listeners, online viewers. Sharon, don't shame me. You jog that memory good. Don't do me like them two ladies the other day when I talk about the IMF. They asked me, what is the IMF? Don't do me that now. God, you're in the real world. I know that. I know it'll be busy, but oh God, two grown women, Miss Sharon asking me who have children, grandchildren, asking me, what is the IMF? My people just shame me sometimes, yes?
Oh, God.
Sorry, Damian. Sorry, yeah?
Yeah, my apology. Hey, Victoria. Yeah, man, Tobago slang or go Sharon in here. Man, Tobago slang or what?
I hear you.
Gosh.
I'm reading the papers.
All right. We're taking the phone calls, people. 622-4911. Let me play this one here.
Morning, Sharon. Morning, Damien. Morning, Mr. Monson George. How are you? Mr. Kongpoint, morning. Sharon, I watched that meeting in Grandy last night on my television. Wow. Sharon, that was a massive meeting. But you know what irritated me when I saw the Prime Minister showed a video with some UNC people intimidating a senior citizen. Took away the woman PNM flag. The woman have on a PNM jersey. They went and take up UNC jersey and put it on the woman. The woman like she don't even know what to do. The woman was Sharon, that couldn't happen in Tobago here, you know, because somebody would have been badly wounded. I'm telling you. Those two women and the man who they have from Belmont want to go up in Grandy. Big man, that is how you want to go and represent the people by intimidating people?
Hey, people, let me read out this here. Hey, searching for a premium dining experience in the heart of Port of Spain? Then you should visit Arazi Restaurant and Lounge on Marval Road. During the day, pop into Arazi's Bakery for affordable, preservative-free bread, pastries, and lots more. Arazi Bakery Restaurant and Lounge on Marvel Road for that unique customer experience. Taking some more phone calls before the top of the hour. We got news at the top. McDonald Bando say Alexander could complain the IMF better than everyone.
Eh?
Alexander could complain the IMF better than everyone. Oh my word.
Hey, Maria. I just started to sing parang in.
That because they're too disrespectful. That is why a grown woman could be their mother. Yeah? But class is class, eh? Class is class. Too disrespectful. And Miss Sharon,
hold on here. This part something kind of way. Yeah.
Disrespectful.
That's not here.
And
look.
Miss Sharon, Miss, I watched Monroe last night. Papa, it's a good thing he had a voice, you know, to make up for the height.
And you jobless.
Monroe gay, no, they're right.
Oh, she made an error.
Yeah, McQueen good man.
No. The McDonald Bando made an error. Oh, so it's supposed to be Alexander could explain the IMF better than everyone.
What he explain? What you see?
I don't know.
Well, it have a thing they make on TikTok, and they ask him and he talk about the community center, what it is for. The fella say, well, you know what police station is for?
We will take a break and come back with that one. You see? Hey, we'll be right back. Oh my gosh.
Calling all culture lovers. Are you ready to dive into the heart and soul of Trinidad and Tobago? Tune in to Culture Talk, where we explore the vibrant traditions, sizzling rhythms, and rich stories of our islands every Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. with Short Pants. And how do you feel about Calypso? On Sunday, Short Pants opens the doors of the Kaiso Cafe from 1 to 5 p.m. You can share your views, chat with the singers, hear some of the best calypsos that were ever sung, and learn a little something and more about our Trinbago culture. Culture Talk on Saturday and Kaiso Cafe on Sunday with Short Pants on Talk City 91.1 FM.
Santa Rosa Malabar Cluster presents Divine Mercy Sunday. Jesus commands us to exercise 3 degrees of mercy. Act of mercy of whatever kind. Word of mercy. Prayer. Act of mercy. As an act of charity/mercy, kindly bring 1 non-perishable food item or monetary contribution to donate to the less fortunate. Word of mercy. Share a kind word with someone new, family or friend. Prayer. Pray for self, family, etc. Pray for your enemies, rivals within your ministry, church, and work. Pray for penance and atonement for the sins we commit. Children ministry will be held for the children between 5 to 12 years. Walk with your rosary. The Mercy Walk will start and end at Santa Rosa Parish. Wear comfortable footwear. For those unable to walk, intercessory prayer will be held in the church. Bring your breakfast, snacks, drinks, water. Remember, bring and share is always encouraged. Bring your rosaries and pens and paper. Wear red or white. After Mass, there will be a quiet, Eucharistic adoration in the church. Jerseys will be available on sale before Divine Mercy Sunday.
The first Citizens National Poetry Slam final is coming. 15 of the nation's best spoken word poets will face off in the ultimate lyrical showdown. And with the Grand Slam title and $50,000 cash on the line, who will bring it home? Sunday, 4th May, 6:30 p.m. at the National Academy for the Performing Arts. Get your tickets now at Island E-Tickets, Extra Foods, Uber and Brew, Paper-Based Bookshop, or the Napa Box Office. The first Citizens National Poetry Slam, powered by Bogus Litfest, TTT, and sponsored by First Citizens.
When we come together for a common cause, we do more than help. We move a nation because united is the way. This year, volunteer with your company for United Way's Day of Caring on Sunday, May 18th to create lasting change. One school, one child, one community at a time. Or donate towards discourse at uwtt.com. It isn't just a day, it's a movement for a stronger, more caring Trinidad and Tobago. United is the way. Find out more at uwtt.com.
Come closer, let me give you some love.
This is more than jazz. This is Vibrations, the experience. Saturday, May 3rd, gates open from 5 p.m. We head to Sound Forge for culture, love, and artistry. Come and experience love and vibrations with Mornin, Big Four,
Set my soul on fire.
Freetown Collective, jam to the beats of Charlotte Bailey, Joshua Regrello, and Kute, and sing along with Jaron Nuss and many more artists. Early bird tickets $300 are now available at Cache, In Excess, 519 Restaurant and Prindellas, or online at islandetickets.com or call 771-2470 for more info. Come and feel the energy. Vibrations, the experience. Saturday, May 3rd, Sound Forge. See you there.
Blessings on my nation.
The following is a paid political announcement.
This is the big one. We ready. Calling out all PNM posse. PNM supporters assemble.
Let's PNM.
We go in Etihad, Saturday 26th April. This Saturday, 3 p.m. for the big red rally. Come support your PNM candidates. And now is the time we talking the things. They can't get away. Hear the Honorable Prime Minister Stuart Young SC and the political leader Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley and a powerful lineup of speakers. The big ones, lots of entertainment, the top soca stars and more.
We used to carry it. We used to carry it. We used to carry it. We used to carry it.
All PNM supporters, rock and come in. Etihad Grounds, 26th April, this Saturday, 3 p.m. Because we ready, we're responsible. We're launching off to the new chapter.
Red is the PNM and we shall prevail.
Red is the word. All 41 constituencies in the house. Everybody, we out there.
That was a paid political announcement.
TTT News, delivering more news at more times to more people. TTT News, reporting on the people, events, and issues that affect your life. TTT News, online and fully interactive. TTT News, nightly at 6. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant. This is TTT News on the TTT Limited Media Network. On Talk City 91.1 FM.
Good morning, this is your TTT News update. I'm Sharon, nurse making the news at this time. We are not here to interfere, but to observe. That's the statement made by the chief of the CARICOM election observers, Ian Hughes, after meeting with members of the local media fraternity on Thursday. He said the observers are estimating to visit between 25 to 30% of polling stations in the country on April 28th.
Because if we observe that there's something really drastically wrong within a particular polling station, there's nothing that prevents us from picking up the phone.
He added that the mission intends to survey at least 25 to 30% of the over 3,000 polling stations on the day, especially the marginal constituencies.
We do understand and we have heard that there are some areas that are considered safe seats. It does not mean that we will not visit those areas.
The People's National Movement Tobago's West candidate Shamfa Kudra-Lois is calling on Tobagonians to learn from their past experiences. During a political meeting in Buku on Wednesday, Mrs. Kudra-Lois accused Afali Augustine-led Tobago's People's Party of unfulfilled promises and stressed that the promises being shared on that campaign trail cannot be trusted.
Promising you after election day is what they should have been delivering anyway. They were here in 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024 and did not deliver. So now at last minute as they walk the community, if they meet an unemployed young man, they're telling them, show up for 10 on, 10 off next week. Looking for votes. We are worth more than that.
Mrs. Kudra-Lois urged Tobagonians to vote on April 28th and warned that choosing to take a chance by voting the Tobago's People Party is not worthwhile.
Nobody can come and tell you, but you ain't seen Tobago. You have lived it. You've seen it. Now it's not the time to experiment, because if you experiment, you have to keep that experiment for the next 5 years. And that is going to be 5 long, hard, turbulent years. So brothers and sisters, use your brain, use your head, and don't get tied up in anybody arrangement. Who follow them all, let it find a way to pay. But we are not selling these 2 seats.
Employers who are delinquent with employees' national insurance payments, beware. Chairman of the NIB, Patrick Ferreira, following the official opening of NIB's South Corporate Office on Wednesday, said the department is being strengthened with added employees and additional audits.
We know we have a responsibility to the employees, so we stand by our responsibilities, but we also are going after the errant employees. At the full extent of the law. There are laws that there's a process, and we are following the process.
Mr. Ferreira said an anonymous toll-free number has been implemented and is being utilized. Additionally, the implementation of online systems will empower employees to track their contributions and benefits.
The employees are now going to be able to see that their contributions are being paid real time. So that's important. So we see that as well as the employees being the ears and eyes of their money. And any reports that come our way, we will go after them.
And to sport on Friday at the Queen's Park Oval, the Trinidad and Tobago Football Association will have a public day of tribute and remembrance for TNT's 2006 FIFA World Cup head coach, Leo Ben-Hacker. Between the hours of 9 to 6 p.m., the public will have the opportunity to sign a condolence book at the members' walking entrance as the TTFA celebrates the life and legacy of one of the world's renowned football coaches. Ben-Hacker passed away on April 10th. And that was your TTT News Update. I'm Charlene Lewis. Have a good morning.
That was TTT News on the TTT Limited Media Network on Talk City 91.1 FM.
Talk City 91.1 FM. Talk.
In 3 minutes, it's birthday blast.
Yeah.
Birthday blast.
Yeah. All right. But actually,
That's a cute little
I think
thing.
we can do that. We can record that. Yeah. We just come up with these things on the fly, because
we're talented.
Yeah, we're skilled like that. Music.
What kind of thing you trying on me? Don't try that.
Culture.
Well, as you said, Chandelier was definitely a household name together with Ronnie McIntosh, and we had some good years, fantastic years, big years. And it was time to move on, of course. And we also moved along with we moved aside with Mr. Brian Williams, which was the drummer of Chandelier, which he's also my drummer, kind of musical director, whatever, you know. And we did a lot of solo engagements during the problem period, whereas we were still kind of negotiating and making up our minds what we should do.
Engaging conversations, latest news, our music. This is Talk City 91.1 FM. Sharon Felix is on Talk City 91.1 FM.
Yeah, it's Calypso Rose, the Calypso Queen of the world. Manu Joe Marshall Montano. Here we go. Hey.
Boy, don't touch me like you're going crazy. Let go me hand, let me jump up in the band. I don't want nobody to come and stop me. Leave me, let me free up. Me step, let me jump up. So leave me alone. I am going home. So leave me alone. I am going home. Let me party, let me party, let me party, let me party.
If we let we party, we having a ball. Nobody can stop we. No, not at all, I'm not hunting. When you see me, and your music hit me, I just break me. Getting on back with somebody. So when you see me in the line, no matter what the time, I ready for the pumping. From back in the day till I hold and I pray, I prepared for the jumping. If you're 15 or 25, if you're 50 or 75, once you're breathing and you are alive, it's all be whining all day.
So leave me alone. I am going home. So leave me alone. I am going.
Look, once I have strength in the feet, tell them that I not leave. Oh no, no. Plus when I let go the beast, you might have to. Your music hit me, I just break me. Getting on back with somebody.
Montano, Calypso Rose, leave me alone on your Friday. Yeah, better leave me alone. And if you could tell your boss that, boy. Leave me alone.
You don't want to get paid?
Leave me alone.
You don't want to get
Friday.
paid? All right.
Leave me alone.
All right.
What to do what I want.
Right.
Yeah. I'll try it. I'll try it. Yo, back up.
Yeah, I'll back you up.
Yeah, back up.
Yeah.
I'll
back you up. After he gone, I'll back you up. Hey guys, Sinanan, new businesses, jobs coming to the east. Grandi Komuto Highway opens, and I passed it last night. Works and Transport Minister Rohan Sinanan says the newly opened Elmina Clark Allen Highway, which connects Sandy Grande to Komuto, will benefit many communities on Trinidad's eastern seaboard. He made the comment while speaking at the opening of the highway on April 24th. The highway is named after a former minister in the Ministry of Housing and Toko Manzanilla MP who served in government between 1976 and 1986. Wow. Clark Allen was also a community activist in Sandy Grande. Her family, who have maintained strong links in the community, were present for the opening and were given a symbolic replica of the highway sign. Sinanan, who also grew up in Sandy Grande, said he felt the onus was on him to ensure the highway, which had been talked about for decades, was finally completed. He said the journey was not an easy one, but given his links to the community, he believed it was something he had to get done. There was a conversation way back in the 1960s when the train system was stopped to have that highway extended from Port of Spain all the way to Sandy Grande. A lot of people thought it was impossible and it could never happen. But I thought, if I consider myself to be a son of the soil coming out of Sandy Grande as the Minister of Works and I can't make it happen, it will never happen. See, you hear that? He said the highway will have a profound effect on the communities it served as and was in line with the PNM's Vision 2030 manifesto. The Eastern Seaboard was the poorest part of this country with the most unemployment, but the cabinet decided if we upgraded the infrastructure, naturally, businessmen will invest and the community will benefit. Since we started this project, property prices have almost doubled. Also, you have now malls being constructed in the Sandy Grande. I understand there are 3 more malls coming in Sandy Grande because the highway allows easy access in and out. True, you know. True. Sandy Grande Chamber of Commerce President Elvin Kojo told Newsday, the community was the gateway to the east and the highway meant a lot for the area. He explained people coming into Sandy Grande could spend up to an hour in traffic because of bottleneck in the vicinity of extra foods. Truth, no lie. He added before the highway, the only option to bypass the traffic was a longer route using back roads in Wallerfield and Komoto. So before, you had a choice of a longer route with a slightly shorter time or a shorter route with traffic and longer time. Now the highway alleviates that. It is going to be easier for businessmen in construction, those at a grocery or a truck or a tuck shop. It's faster to get goods. He said the project had revigorated the community. We have the construction of a simple thing as a gas station. There is one being constructed at the end of this highway and another one in main Sandy Grande. So what you have is a revigoration of entrepreneurial spirit and the driving force of business in the East. You're seeing that coming back to life, and the highway is one of the reasons. And then he go on to say that the project was almost halt. It was almost brought to an halt. Sinanan revealed work on the project was almost halted a month ago. A month ago, we had called the project off. We said after election, we will continue. It was a no-go. He added the contractors, though, were able to work with stakeholders to ensure the work was completed. Sinanan explained the project faced many challenges, including environmental protests and lawsuits. It started with some groups who felt that the government should not do anything because they would look good. That mushroomed into NGOs who were supported or supposed to be representing fishermen. All of a sudden, they decided to represent the animals in the Aripo Savannah and shut down the highway construction. He said he was also forced to defend the decision in Parliament. I was bombarded in the Parliament with questions after question about why we are building a highway to nowhere. I had to constantly keep telling them Sandy Grande to Eastern Seaboard is somewhere. And we do have real people living up there. He said construction was delayed for years as although the government won the initial lawsuit, the matter went all the way to the Privy Council, where the government won again and construction could continue. Sinanan said those who opposed the project were not from the area. The lawyers that represented the people who did not want this highway were Anand Ram Logan and Jayanti Lakshmi Dayal. They were representing a group with no members from this area. So the people in this area wanted it. But some people or people who are not from this area decided that it must not happen. Again, we playing politics. And I could say I passed it last night. So I don't understand how they could say why we're going to Norway. God, everything is a battle and a fight. It's betterment for the community, boy. Amen. Let me see what else making news. Young congratulates unions that accepted 5% increase. Prime Minister Stuart Young publicly congratulated several trade unions that had recently accepted 5% wage hikes in line with what the country could afford. Speaking at a PNM rally at Sandy Grande on April 24th, watching on was PNM political leader Dr. Keith Rowley. Sitting in the first row, 1 seat away from was former opposition MP for Shogunas West, Dinesh Rambali. Young said the 10 to 14% being sought by some unions would bankrupt TNT. He said opposition leader Kamla Prasad-Bisesa had carefully avoiding committing the UNC to awarding any 10 to 14% increase. Okay. Why does call people name? Yeah, this Kamla. Close this wicked Stuart Young chapter. Why we like to? And it's when the answer come, they just can't take it. Mark Fair voters' frustration in Tunapuna. Where's that? Former Senator Wade Mark wondered if attempts were being made to suppress the voter turnout in part of the key marginal constituency of Tunapuna in Monday's general election. Addressing a UNC briefing at the office of the leader of the opposition in Port of Spain on July 24th. Also present was attorney Darren Alahar. Pep tells third party no stand down and join the UNC in fighting for victory. Pep, put some pep in your step. Let me see what happened here. CARICOM election observers hit the ground running. Douglas, PDP to tackle unemployment housing. Who he? Where he come out? Douglas. Look at me. Curtis Douglas. Me not hear he before. Shamfa slams Nazi for not attending conversation with candidates. Who is Nazi? Farley. Cops arrest squatters in HDC homes in Greenville. 2 women discharged an embassy forgery case, and I'm seeing here the Norris Lovelace Gross Cell Award branch. Ricky Rampersad's branch. Oh, that boy. Camille Kamla unfit to lead TNT. Attorney General Camille Robinson Reggie's question the fitness of opposition leader Kamla Prasad-Bisesa to run TNT if elected Prime Minister in the next Monday's general election. Addressing a women's platform PNM rally in St. James on April 23rd, she urged voters to take a long, hard look as she then referred or referenced the 12 women offering themselves as PNM candidates across TNT in a seeming compassion. Why am I mispronouncing? I'm reading and everything just getting a little smaller. In a seeming comparison to Prasad-Bisesa. I want to ask a question this morning. I ain't want to go into no depths and no bacchanal. By now, I am sure Trinidad and Tobagonians don't know who they're going to vote for. And if they know, well then, boy. What is this here? I wonder if it's a continuation here, not an easy choice on April 28th. I don't understand this thing here. It said of Zammies and PNM dogs. What is that? Damien, what happened? No, oh.
Right, sorry. sorry.
Hey. All kind of thing going on in these papers here today. Hey, I seen protect TNT election, the Elections and Boundaries Commission is no sacred cow. Within each election circle, it is to be expected that issues will arise. Papa. Oi. Let me see what's going on again. Where is water for all in Mover? Oh, Lord. Kent Investments to operate Napa Hotel. Privy Council backs methanexin tax dispute over US 85.4 million in dividends. Trinidad and Tobago. God, there's so much today in the papers. The papers is loaded. All kind of thing. So, while I'm looking at the other parts, you all can call us up, you know. Look, they have procurement notice. New City Mall gets boy. Well, I didn't get to go.
You didn't get to go?
No, because I had to fly down to a place to do some important business. So I didn't get to go. But boy, high-tech surveillance. The Port of Spain shopping complex, more commonly known as New City Mall, has received an almost 1 million security system upgrade that utilizes an extensive camera network and artificial intelligence. Housing Minister Adrian Leons was at the complex on April 23rd as the new system was unveiled. Installed by Horsham Solution Consultancy Limited, HSCL, the 44-camera state-of-the-art system cost $920,000. HSCL CEO Richard Horsham, former member of the military, explained the system was custom-made for the shopping complex. HSCL examined possible security shortcomings at the complex, looked at what was required, customized the setup to service those purpose, and install it in just 10 days. You think it's off? And it's nice too bad, you know.
That's good one.
So guys, call us up. This was in the news day.
Hello, good morning.
Miss Felix and Damien.
Yes.
Morning.
I told you all I'm supporting Michaela Pandey. Why? Because I just called Dr. Rowley and the former Prime Minister, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, because they got a good thing going on. Damien, when the PP government was in power, the former Prime Minister put a health center in Carenage, in the area Dr. Rowley represents. PNM came in power, and Dr. Rowley put a school in Separia for she. Dr. Rowley make Diego Martin a borough. He makes Separia a borough. He couldn't find nowhere else. This is the part here, Damien. The former Prime Minister left our borders defenseless by getting rid of the OPVs. Run up to the 2015 general election, the PP government went that they bought some boats from the Netherlands. They needed to run down Shagaramas and left our borders defenseless. Damian and I must vote for that. I will leave it there. Let me hear them now.
You real in love with Dr. Rowley. You can't stop calling that man name. It really shows me how serious you are. So I had to tell Dr. Rowley this morning, cover yourself with the blood of Jesus. Blood of Jesus! Oh God, leave it there. PSA's Thomas stands by claim of layoffs. I don't know where she get that from. You read anything anywhere that the Prime Minister said they're going to lay off workers from WASA and TNTech? But I saw where it showed us something about they want to privatize WASA, TNTech, Nedco, a whole range of organizations. I don't know. Public service, but I even want to say this. I have friends who work WASA and family. And I have persons who are part of PSA union. When I say, I ain't calling no name. And big bacchanal because they said nobody authorized her to jump up on no platform and talk on behalf of the union. They said the general council didn't give her no permission to do that. So I don't understand. And you have us, wait. I'm going to put some in my mouth. I listened to the Prime Minister last night and he said, one set of fake, I saw it, fake documents they're passing around. So they say, right, that a document was the image of a document saying that the fire services had shut down one meeting one night. You remember that? And the fire services had to send a press release saying, debunking that. They said they never had, they don't know nothing about that. They never sent out no press release, nothing with that. This is the real press release, so and so. Then there was something else, a couple of things going on, like this AI working real good in that camp. Oh God. Only be careful now. And I telling Miss Thomas too, what they promise, I hope you get it. I always say unions not supposed to be politically aligned. Only go ahead. Me, I have nothing to say. There's a picture of Mr. Rambali and the Attorney General of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, Mrs. Cameron Robertson Regis, hugging. Picture looking nice. And guys, 3 more days to go. 3 more days. Oh God, boy. UNC calls for commission of inquiry into EBC. Lord have mercy.
No, I'll play some questions.
Yeah. Oh Lord. Eh.
Everybody wins. When PNM wins, everybody wins. When PNM wins, everybody wins. When PNM wins, everybody wins. Red is the word. Red is the word. What? Vote. Vote. The word. Vote PNM. I am done if you say don't cut. And my family voted PNM.
Oh God.
PNM.
Hey.
PNM.
But who is that child? Young at PNM meeting, better protection for women, children. Kamala not mentally, physically, fitly, TNT says Camille. Go ahead. If you have any more notes?
Yes, Miss Sharon, me again. Yeah, that highway coming in from Komoto to Sandy Grande will serve the community much more better access in terms of getting out and getting in. The other thing too, once you see more road open up in Sandy Grande and we could get a little freer flow traffic, I believe, and I almost certain that businesses gonna come into Sandy Grande. And instead of some of these things that you're buying in Sandy Grande expensive, almost 15% more than when you're going and buy outside of Sandy Grande. Competition will come to Sandy Grande and things will get a little cheaper because things in Sandy Grande are a little expensive. Not in terms of the food price, but in terms of if you gotta buy a tools, because for me as a tradesman, I need tools, and sometimes I just gotta go out of Sandy Grande to get it at a reasonable price. And when I spend my passage to go out of Sandy Grande to get it at a reasonable price, I pay less. So I believe the road opening will bring down the cost of certain things in Sandy Grande. In terms of business coming into Sandy Grande and giving other business competition, so that people could spend a little more money. And indeed, yes, more jobs could open up for Sandy Grande.
Right. So, McDonald Bando is saying this election for the UNC is not about the country or citizens. That is why they are making promise which they know they can't and have no intention of implementing. It's all about their financiers, keeping them from jail and liabilities for their actions. Yeah. Like Ramnat, SIS, EMBD, Ish, and Steve, etc. The country will lose billions of dollars when they discontinue all these lawsuits. When UNC wins, SIS, EMBD, Ish, and Steve, etc. wins. This is not an election campaign they are running. It is a get out of jail campaign financed by the convict. He with that same script every day. Get a life and a new script. Only propaganda and lies from him. Let me play this voice note as well. I'll take this phone call. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Sorry.
Yes.
Hello, Damien.
Yeah, man.
Apologize. Good morning, Miss Felix. Apologize.
Good morning, Brian.
Miss Felix.
Yes.
I'll tell you this. They keep saying that PNM is running scared and all sorts of things. But it appears as though what I saw last night in Sandy Grande, that the UNC is so afraid that they are using these surreptitious means to intimidate our elderly, to intimidate our youth. When you can go into somebody's home and take away what they have in their hand, and you physically, forcefully put a UNC jersey on them, and you go there en masse, that is telling me that you are desperate. That is telling me that certain UNC candidates are walking around with thugs. The Honorable Member of Parliament, Mr. Sinanan, indicated that is what is happening. The intimidation is happening in Sandy Grande. And that is why he was called. That is why he said, don't worry, I'm coming up there. Because when you as an attorney don't live nowhere near that area, don't know nothing about Toko Sandy Grande, and you can walk around with thugs and intimidate the elderly. And it's being done, and I said it on another frequency, it is being done in San Fernando West. And you're walking around with ink and forcing people to dip their finger in the ink and paying them to do so. Then we know that you are desperate. Then we know that you who are facing serious court issues, that you will do anything and everything to get into office so that you can do what you do best when you are in power. Remove all possibility of those who have to face the court and face in jail, that it is stopped in any possible way, because that is her specialty. That is what she does. And people have to understand what is going on. And if they did not see what the Honorable Prime Minister had to say last night, they better go back and look at it and understand what is going on, because it's going to get even worse. I said so before, and I'm saying it again. It is going to get worse. Because I said that in San Fernando West, they are walking around in some of those communities and forcing the youth to do certain things. They know who the real bad persons are, who these thugs are. And they are paying them to intimidate people not to vote. Paying them to intimidate people to vote otherwise, and frightening the age people. I want to encourage people of Trinidad and Tobago, if you know of retirees, excuse me, who perhaps live alone, and you see surreptitious people coming around them, report it to the police. And I'm asking Acting Commissioner of Police Junior Benjamin to look at those videos, because you all had a meeting with the Honorable Prime Minister, and I want to know what you all are doing to arrest these people, because these are criminal offenses being committed on the innocent people of Trinidad and Tobago, the elderly especially, and our youths. And now we know exactly who are the people who have been doing this to Trinidad and Tobago. I want to blame it on everybody else. Imagine, you've never heard about Attorney Court Alaha, but all he talks about, because he has mandated to do so, is to intimidate the EBC and create maha and mayhem with all the lies that they're perpetrating on Fern Francisco and members of the Election and Boundaries Commission, that you could afford to carry a dossier to the CARICOM observers. Same people you said you did not even care to come to Trinidad and Tobago because they wanted the Carter Center to come to Trinidad. You didn't want nothing to do with the EBC, with CARICOM observers. But today, you're the first set of people to run to the CARICOM observers with a dossier on the EBC. Excuse me, a bunch of lies. You understand? So this Attorney Alaha, that is all he speaks about, because apparently he has come out of the woodwork as he's been mandated to abuse the Election and Boundaries Commission, who we have never had any issues with for all the elections we have ever had in Trinidad and Tobago. But that is what you have to expect when people are desperate to save their skin, to pay $1 billion to us in repatriation, to us the people, for what they did with the Piaco Airport over 25 years ago, for what they did, according to Kamla Prasad Bissessa, to every continent of the world, that you can't even leave Trinidad and Tobago, that you want to put Dr. Rowley in court because of what he said. Kamla Prasad Bissessa said it first, but you're not putting her in court. You're not suing her. You didn't give her no pre-action protocol letter. But you, if you such a man as you say you are, why you don't jump on a plane and go to America? Why you don't do it and prove to us that you're not under any sort of arrest mandate from the people in America? Why you don't do it? If you believe that there's nothing on you, but you won't leave Trinidad and Tobago, not for hell or high water, but even to save your own children. And we have to be careful over the next few days, Mr. Felix and Damian. We have to be very, very careful, because they will do any and everything, inclusive of damaging our senior citizens and our youth. And we have to protect them. So if you all see anything happening, like they're walking around with ink containers when they're walking home, to intimidate our elderly and our youth. Call the police and let them come and deal with these people, these wicked UNC. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Brian.
Sharon and Damien, good morning. How are you all doing? Blessed weekend. I have been listening to you, Sharon, ever since you were on the other network, and I'm still following you on this network. Hi, Damien. Leave It There has been a nuisance and so irrelevant for the past how many years? Almost every other month, or at least twice in 1 month, he would call whichever radio station and talk about the health center in Diego Martin and the school in Siporia, or however it went. Kamla didn't do anything for Dr. Rowley. Dr. Rowley didn't do anything for Kamla. These institutions were put there for the residents of whichever village. Dr. Rowley has no access to the health center that he has to go there. It is not for him. The school that was built wherever, it wasn't for Kamla or Dr. Rowley, as the case might be. I don't know why this man doesn't stop. I think every time he calls Dr. Rowley's name, he gets an orgasm.
Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord.
$18 billion in cash from the NGC. They squandered $24 billion from the Treasury in their final months. They approved contracts padded by hundreds of millions for their financiers and friends. They used the offices of the President, Parliament, and Cabinet to protect corrupt cronies, as was done in Section 34. Now, those friends and financiers are trying to buy this election and their freedom. Don't let them. If the UNC wins, law, order, and justice lose. The PNM is a responsible government on a solid foundation. Together, let's write the next chapter. On April 28th, vote PNM.
Every day, we aspire to be better at what we do. Deliver more news, more often, to more people. We are your news team, reporting on the people, events, and issues that affect your life. TTT News, nightly at 6. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
Come closer, let me give you some love.
This is more than jazz. This is Vibrations, the experience. On Saturday, May 3rd, from 5 to 11 p.m., we head to Sound Forge for culture, love, and artistry. Come and experience love and vibrations with Mornin, Big Four,
You set my soul on fire.
Freetown Collective, jam to the beats of Charlotte Bailey, Joshua Regrello, and Kute. And sing along with Jaron Nuss and many more artists. Early bird tickets $300 are now available at Cache, In Excess, 519 Restaurant and Brindellas, or online at islandetickets.com or call 771-2470 for more info. Come and feel the energy. Vibrations, the experience. Saturday, May 3rd, Sound Forge. See you there.
Blessings on my nation.
The first Citizens National Poetry Slam final is coming. 15 of the nation's best spoken word poets will face off in the ultimate lyrical showdown. And with a Grand Slam title and $50,000 cash on the line, who will bring it home? Sunday, 4th May, 6:30 p.m. at the National Academy for the Performing Arts. Get your tickets now at Island E-Tickets, Extra Foods, Uber and Brew, Paper-Based Bookshop, or the Napa Box Office. The first Citizens National Poetry Slam, powered by Bogus Litfest, TTT, and sponsored by First Citizens.
As we gear up for General Elections 2025, Talk City 91.1 FM asks you, did you know? Do you know the difference between a by-election and a snap election? A by-election is a special election held between regular elections in order to fill a vacancy due to death, resignation, or expulsion of elected representatives from a party. Parliamentary seats sometimes become vacant between elections. A snap election is an election that is called earlier than one that has been scheduled. A snap election differs from a recall election in that it is initiated by politicians, usually the head of government or ruling party, rather than voters. Did you know? Well, now you know. Talk City 91.1 FM, keeping you in the know.
Saturday, 10th May, First Citizen Supernovas presents A Day in Surrey. Sing! Saturday, 10th May at the Supernovas Vineyard, Surrey Village, Lupino Road, Aruca. Live entertainment from 4 p.m. with performances from Parang Icons, Los Alumnos de San Juan, and Los Tocadores. Look out for the sweet sounds of steel from NGC, Cooper, Troylanders, Lucci, and Silver Stars, reigning national panorama champions, Republic Bank Exodus. And your host, First Citizen Supernova. Plus, surprise performances from your favorite DJs and personality. Lots of giveaways, delicious food on sale, and a well-stocked bar. So no coolers and no drinks allowed. This event is still free. Saturday, 10th May, A Day in Surrey, 6. Powered by the Millennium Sound Company, Kiss Bacon Company. Member of Parliament for Aruca Lopino, Honorable Marvin Gonzalez. And TTT Limited, the official media partner for A Day in Surrey 6.
Constructive Talk with Pastor Google and Nicole Larson Live.
It's all about constructive dialogue, provoking factual conversation.
That's right, as we actively engage with real people on the ground, you, the listeners. Topical issues, informative.
Empowering you to think critically. Constructive Talk with Pastor Google and Nicole Larson Live.
12 to 3 p.m., Monday to Friday on Talk City, your address for talk.
The following is a paid political announcement.
PNM coming! The PNM manifesto is real. You dig? Come, take a dive. Providing free, inclusive learn to swim classes for all children. A responsible government touching all aspects of life.
We vote in PNM on election day.
First-time homeowners, there's a $20,000 grant for you from the PNM manifesto. You don't know. If you inherit property valued up to $4 million, we're removing the stamp duty on that. Wow!
PNM coming!
Added to that, school uniform prices going down by 12.5%. All the VAT removed. Single parents and HDC communities and public servants coming soon. We introducing childcare and daycare services just for you. And yes, Inspector, a community center is a center for the community. That's why we refurbished 25 existing centers and constructed 26 brand new community centers across this country in the last 10 years. So vote for the PNM because that is a vote for the people.
We vote in PNM on election day.
Of course we paid for this political announcement. You think we get it for free?
That was a paid political announcement.
At TTT, our journalists are on the ground, seeking the facts and reporting on the people, events, and issues that affect your life. We have Trinidad and Tobago covered, from Cedros to Charlottesville, Crown Point to Moruga. Our news reaches further on any smart device. TTT News, first at 6 p.m. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
This is Jazz in the City. Jazz in the City.
Alison Archibald says of heaven, this is a baby making song. Alison, do not blame me for anything that you may want to engage in that was not given here as a directive, please. Don't blame me for that.
Jazz in the City with Miss V, where you want to be.
And listen, if you all conceive on it in studio,
oh my gosh. Listen,
It's a sight to see.
I have to remind myself that I have to be present of mind to come back to be able to speak because, man, this is amazing stuff, man.
Smooth jazz, good company, no better way to spend your Sunday. Mornin takes you on a journey of self-love.
Come on and have some fun. This land where we all belong.
This is Jazz in the City. Jazz in the City.
Jazz in the City with Vonnet Bigford and the team. Sundays at 7 to 9 p.m. Only on Talk City 91.1 FM.
Talk City 91.1 FM. Of democracy on Talk City 91.1 FM.
Can you feel the love on a stranger's face? When my people dancing through time and space. It's our energy when we come down here. They say all we know is to jump and wave. It's in every creed and race. And the carnival is the holy grail. Whoa, oh, oh, oh. I feel like a stay right here. Living the mass only, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. I feel like a stay right here. Look how the mass have way. Everybody charge up. We going high up. Full of energy. Energy. Everybody charge up. We going high up. Full of energy. Energy. Whoa. Oh, oh. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Me pulse raising. We vibrating. Oh, oh. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Me pulse raising. We are the drum shaking. Look around, it's all away. Jumping up as family. Tell the bad vibes not today. Love is the only energy. Look around, it's all away. Every hand up in the air. Tell the bad vibes not today. Love is the only energy. Mama, you know when my artist buried in the savannah. From the hills in Gonzales, I could hear the panorama. You know where my waist is. Behind a pretty girl. Familiar faces make the sweetest bacchanal. Cause it's our energy when we come down here. They say all we know is to jump and wave. It's in every creed and race. And the carnival is the holy grail. Whoa, oh, oh, oh. I feel like
That's the son of Michael, Tasia, energy. And sometimes, boy, the energy could flow a certain way. But just got some sad news there from Tobago. One of my favorite aunties is in Tobago. She just passed away in America. So, yeah, to the Edwards family, and my good friend, well, my good cousin, Karen. Bro, hang in there. Yeah, from Angela Edwards. She passed on in America. So, that's my aunt. And I just heard the news. So, yeah. Rest in peace, auntie.
Accept my condolences.
Yeah,
Sorry
man,
to hear.
Yeah, man.
I really realize you're distracted today.
Yeah. So that is why I was kind of like, I was back and forth, but the show must go on. So what? Taking some more phone calls?
Let me say good morning to all of the viewers and chatters on BounXup Central Network, which is capital BOUN, capital XUP. Central Network. Thank you so much, guys, for always being here to have us pumping live.
For real.
And of course, I'm on my TikTok, and of course, you are viewing us also on Talk City 91.1 FM.
I know, bless us. That's one. Send a message. Let me see what he said.
Wow, they saved the best for last night in Grandy. And I'm telling you, the energy, the spirit, the vibe in Grandy was real best. And watch me now. Yeah, boy, come October. Yeah, boy. Voodoo, if not Voodoo, you start saying same thing. If not Stuart Young, who? You start saying, I enjoyed that meeting last night. It was massive. Watch me now. They saved the best for last. And on April the 28th, vote for the PNM, the People's National Movement. And let me carry it home now, boy. You understand saying? New chapter. You understand? That we're talking about with the Honorable Stuart Richard Young.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Sean. Good morning, Sean. Good morning, Damian.
Morning.
Sean, if you don't know who's Nazi is Gerald Thompson.
If you
don't know who's Nazi.
Nazi?
Who's talking about?
Yeah, that's who.
That is Gerald Thompson.
Okay.
Farley kind of now.
Oh,
Gerald
that
Thompson.
I had a mind. It was
Yeah, what happened
opposed
there was a
to.
live debate and he make himself absent.
Well,
Everybody else come except he.
Well, he probably didn't have anything written to give to him at the point in time. So he was
A live
afraid.
debate, I'm doing with written, you have to stick off your head.
No, but sometimes
Offer
they just
him
write
offer
points. They just write pointers and give you. So in case you could just look down and see one that you could
Now, you
take
can't
and,
look down-
and
you can't look down
elaborate.
with no live debate.
Elaborate on it.
Then you need to be the purpose. So, you see whenever the campaign, Farley talking for most of the time, and if you come on the stage for about 15 seconds, is plenty.
Papa.
Anytime you see anyone.
Well, remember it have
Farley talking.
the clipping going around of which political party in Trinidad give who money and who bring the money and
we
where the
know that.
money went
That
and
beside the point. We know all
that
that.
kind of thing.
But you know what really disturbed me, Sean? You see, whatever that already, that I never said no election in my life in Trinidad. And you cannot tell me you as a political leader, one, growing up and then saying nothing. So which means you're condoning. You can't tell me as a candidate, you ride the walk-in, and people doing that, and you dying bothering you. You can't say it. And you know what Buffalo? They just in silence from UNC. You know, God forbid, thank God on the map. If PM supporters had done that, what would happen today? All these people, everything? The poor man traumatized. Why am I doing to people at 5 elections? After the election, we all are we're going to thank you next week, Saturday. We're going to she's 2 months on the road.
Let me tell you something I realize. This election was short, real short and real tight.
Thank God.
But coming down to the end here, it started to feel like it was real long because the behavior of some people in some of these political organizations in the camp, it is unbecoming of us as citizens of this country.
I don't even understand. So I pass through some of that.
I am trying to, let me tell you something. In the constituency where I reside, I don't like unjust. And in me driving around doing my work, I saw posters being pulled down from the PNM and the UNC taking their poster and putting it over the PNM posters. And from one thing to the other. I know the person who running one of the office in my area on the UNC side. Very good friend of mine. And I called him. I said, this is what's going on. Why we engaging in this kind of politics? When you do that, it's going to cause a repercussion. But I want to leave it there and call me back when we go into the news.
Oh, yeah.
So call me back and we will finish this talk, yeah.
Yeah, I will.
All right, so 8 o'clock news is up next. Keep it right here on Talk City 91.1.
This is TTT News on the TTT Limited Media Network on Talk City 91.1 FM.
This is your TTT News Update. I'm Sharon Lewis making the news at this time. We are not here to interfere, but to observe. That's the statement made by the chief of the CARICOM election observers, Ian Hughes, after meeting with members of the local media fraternity on Thursday. He said the observers are estimating to visit between 25 to 30% of polling stations in the country on April 28th.
Because if we observe that there's something really drastically wrong within a particular polling station, there's nothing that prevents us from picking up the phone.
He added that the mission intends to survey at least 25 to 30% of the over 3,000 polling stations on the day, especially the marginal constituencies.
We do understand and we have heard that there are some areas that are considered safe seats. It does not mean that we will not visit those areas.
The People's National Movement Tobago's West candidate Shamfa Kudra-Lois is calling on Tobagonians to learn from their past experiences. During a political meeting in Buku on Wednesday, Mrs. Kudra-Lois accused Afali Augustine-led Tobago's People's Party of unfulfilled promises and stressed that the promises being shared on that campaign trail cannot be trusted.
Promising you after election day is what they should have been delivering anyway. They were here in 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024 and did not deliver. So now at last minute as they walk the community, if they meet an unemployed young man, they're telling them, show up for 10 on, 10 off next week. Looking for votes. We are worth more than that.
Mrs. Kudra-Lois urged Tobagonians to vote on April 28th and warned that choosing to take a chance by voting the Tobago's People Party is not worthwhile.
Nobody can come and tell you, but you're in Tobago. You have lived it. You've seen it. Now is not the time to experiment, because if you experiment, you have to keep that experiment for the next 5 years. And that is going to be 5 long, hard, turbulent years. So brothers and sisters, use your brain, use your head, and don't get tied up in anybody arrangement. Who follow them all that they find a way to pay. But we are not selling these 2 seats.
Meanwhile, the Tobago's People Party is describing the People's National Movement's manifesto as last-minute promises. TPP political leader Afali Augustine made those statements while addressing supporters in Castara on Wednesday.
So what were you doing for the last 10 years that you could not implement these same measures that you are now promising us on the cusp of an election? We ain't want no last-minute promise. We ain't want no sweet talk now. The days to sweet talking done. You had 10 years of it. Now we are going to the polls and we are going to vote for David Joseph Thomas in the East and Joel Marcus Sampson in the West.
Mr. Augustine called on Tobagonians to exercise their rights by voting on Monday, noting that the parliamentary representation is critical for Tobago.
Don't say, well, it's not THA, and I waited on THA because I like Farley and it's only Farley. No, you have to come out and support Thomas and Sampson because it is important what they do down in Port of Spain. If America coughs, we catch the flu. If Trinidad coughs, we get pneumonia. It's important who we send down there. It's important who represents us there and what voices are heard in the Red House. It's important that your voice is actually represented and articulated there. Because a lot of what you dream of and you want is being held back.
Employers who are delinquent with employees' national insurance payments, beware. Chairman of the NIB, Patrick Ferreira, following the official opening of NIB's South corporate office on Wednesday, said the department is being strengthened with added employees and additional audits.
We know we have a responsibility to the employees, so we stand by our responsibilities, but we also are going after the errant employees at the full extent of the law. There are laws that there's a process, and we are following the process.
Mr. Ferreira said an anonymous toll-free number has been implemented and is being utilized. Additionally, the implementation of online systems will empower employees to track their contributions and benefits.
The employees are now going to be able to see that their contributions are being paid real time. So that's important. So we see that as well as the employees being the ears and eyes of their money. And any reports that come our way, we will go after them.
And to sport, the sports company of Trinidad and Tobago announced the completion of Phase 1 upgrades at Duberson Park in St. Madeleine. The park, which has a rich cricketing history in South Trinidad since the 1970s, was reopened to the community on Wednesday. The upgrades, which were completed by the sports company of Trinidad and Tobago, include works to the pavilion, facilities and grounds. People's National Movement candidate for San Fernando East, Brian Manning, said this was the first of 3 phases.
Folks, nothing brings me more joy than being here at the reopening of Duberson Park. This facility has such a history here in St. Madeleine, and it is of such importance to the people of this community. We have been working diligently with the relevant authorities in the attempts to have this park reopened, and today is a glorious day. I'd like to say thank you so much to the good people at the sport company for ensuring that this park is reopened in a timely manner. As you heard earlier, this is just the beginning. Eventually, we are working on reseeding the field. That is going to be done. There's some other work that also needs to be done. But the park has been effectively opened.
Phases 2 and 3 are expected to be completed in the coming months. And that was your TTT News Update. I'm Sherilyn Lewis. Have a good morning.
That was TTT News on the TTT Limited Media Network on Talk City 91.1 FM.
Talk City 91.1 FM. Talk.
Peace and blessing be upon you, Brother Short Pants, and our beloved TNT.
Eastport
How was your week gone by?
It had its ups and downs.
As usual.
That's right.
I like how you punk on that. That's right. You send it down in your throat and you bring it up in the octave.
Right.
A Kaisuran always had to be a Kaisuran, boys.
Music.
I'm watching you whole night. You're prancing up all night. You're dancing up all night. You're poking me all night. Provoking me all. If I only hold you tonight, it's stronger. I'm giving you thunder.
Culture.
We started the donkey in Carnival 92. Right. As a matter of fact, it was October 92. Yeah. No, October 91, man. We came back from Texas. Right. And we had a show there. Yeah. So like we started it in October 91 and then Carnival 92 now. I sort of just made another joke, but made a ad-lib about it. Using the Oakland Wo Donkey Wo. Incorporating people to get involved in the dance and stuff like that, putting your man on your shoulder, put your woman on your shoulder and that kind of stuff.
Engaging conversations, latest news, our music. This is Talk City 91.1 FM. Sharon Felix is on Talk City 91.1 FM.
Double M. Hey, and then we give them the old thing, mixed with the new thing, give them the old thing again. Hey. When you call me, make sure you bet it from out and more. Cause when I reach, I come in to mash up your party. Make sure I last on your show. It's gonna be real and cold. They don't want me to leave. You want me that I could make them jump until the bed's over. I put a woman in front, your hand on his shoulder. Put up your foot, make it light up like Diwali. I wave it left and right like the Winston Bailey. What them feel? I's a newborn, I's a just come. I could write calypso, give them picong. Yeah. When it comes to soca, of course I could wind down. Hey, drunk or sober, I got to watch my time on stage. Cause you know I could go on for days. The sun will go down and rise back up. You still ready to rock your waist. But tell them don't rush me. Tell them don't doubt me. That I could make this whole party go up in a frenzy. You want me that I could make them jam until the bed's over.
we are making jokes. I say hands up, roll your waist, wave it in the face. I say jump up, mash up the place. We are making jokes. What them feel never win a road march? I done do that. Hey, come on. Like who going to beat me in Calypso mother? Yeah, I'm undefeated like David and Goliath. I go stop the song talking when I take first place on stage. Cause you know I could go on for days. The sun will go down and rise back up. You still ready to rock your waist. But tell them don't rush me. Tell them don't doubt me. That I can make this whole party go up in a frenzy. You want me? That I can make them jam until the bed's over. We are making sure. I put a woman in front, your hand on his shoulder. We are making sure. Put up your foot, make it light up like Diwali. We are making sure. I wave it left to right like the Winston Daily. And everybody know, hands up, roll your waist, wave it in the face, jump up, mash up the place. We are making sure. I say hands up, roll your waist, wave it in the face. I say jump up, mash up the place. We are making sure. When you call me, make sure you fet it from out and more. Cause when I reach, I come in to mash up your party. Also on stage, you know I could go on for days. The sun will go down and rise back up. You're still ready to rock your waist. But tell them don't rush me. Tell them don't doubt me. That I can make this whole party go up in a frenzy. You want me? That I can make them jam until the bed's over. We are making sure. I put a woman in front, your hand on his shoulder. We are making sure. Put up your phone, make it light up like Diwali. We are making sure. I wave it left to right like the Winston Daily. And everybody know, hands up, roll your waist, wave it in the face, jump up, mash up the place. We are making sure. I say hands up, roll your waist, wave it in the face. I say jump up, mash up the place. We are making sure. I say she come in the bed and she looking all around and she get frightened when she see a set a man. Whoa, who are you going? Who are you going? Stand up there and take the jamming. Why you only looking down at your watch? I'll make your whole body rock and take that. It's not what I make her fun. That's why I'm going round the block. When you ready for the iron jump. Right back when I hit this spot, just press waist, like that it is your profession. I go wait, till your bumper confession. I'm not no sukunya, no large bless, no. Just come to get one, but come to test, yeah. Don't be afraid, girl, don't reject me. Why don't you throw it back, let me say. But the more you resist, the more they come. It's like throwing sugar on the ground and watching the ants move along. No, this is just how we party. This is how we jam. Loosen your waist and turn around. Go back down now. It's not what I think it's built on. But why you going round the block? When you read it from the iron jump. Right back when I hit this spot, just press face, like pretend is your profession. I go wait, tell your bumper confession. I promise to take my time, show respect, yeah. Put my hands by my side, keep them in check. If you want to take me down, we could go down there. The lower we go, the more jamming you go get. But the more you resist, the more they come. It's like throwing sugar on the gong and watching the ants move along. No, this is just how we party. This is how we jam. Loosen your waist and turn around. Come on down now. It's just what I make a little fun. But why you going round the block? When you ready from the iron jump. Right back when I hit this spot, just spell face, like that is your profession. I go wait, till your bumper confession. It's not what I make a little fun. But why you going round the block? When you ready from the iron jump. Right back when I hit this spot, just spell face, like that is your profession. I go wait, till your bumper confession. I
said she come in the bed, that she looking all around and she get frightened when she see us at the man. But the more you resist, the more they come. It's like throwing sugar on the ground and watching the ants move along. No, this is just how we party. This is how we jam. Loosen your waist and turn around. Jump up, jump now. It's a what I the kettle pot. Back why I go with on the block. When you with them from the iron drop. Why back when I hit this spot? Just spell waist like when it is your profession. I go wait till your bumper confession. It's a what I the kettle pot. Back why I go with on the block. When you with them from the iron drop. Why back when I hit this spot? Just spell waist like when it is your profession. I go wait till your bumper confession.
What to say again? Somebody put some sense in the brain. What to do again? What to say again? Somebody put some sense in the brain. Pin up. You was a single man living your best life. Not a care in the world, everything was nice. Long time I see you what's going on. I hear since you made this woman like you get. So tell me why you're acting so. Don't listen you so. You sit down and just speak. Like you need therapy because like she put something in your water. Like she went by your spiritual doctor. Oh Lord. Hey. All the signs is there for you to see. Like she won't be the man and used to wife to be. Hey, just to get respect, you're not supposed to beg, no. Why you put your tail between your legs, no. Like every night you playing Monopoly. But you don't know where your money goes. But on a Friday, until that, here Tuesday. On a Sunday, no plan and do. It's a good for you, no way. So tell me why you're acting so. Don't listen you so. You sit down and just speak. Like you need therapy because like she put something in your water. Like she went by a spiritual doctor. Oh Lord. Stop your calculator, boy. Use your head. Try to figure out why she goes always dead. Why? I don't know how you do it, boy, how you go. But that is that she go work or something she from work, no. Just last night I see them hung up tight. But what is the dark must come to light? I know that is right. But if I tell you, you might think I want your way. So I will leave you on the ground, don't smoke your pipe. Boy, you not right. So tell me why you're acting so. Don't listen you so. You sit down and just speak. Like you need therapy because like she put something in your water. Like she went by a spiritual doctor. Oh Lord. What to do again? What to say again? Somebody put some sense in the brain. What to do again? What to say again? Somebody put some sense in the brain. Like every night you're playing Monopoly. But you don't know where your money goes. No. But on a Friday, until that, not here to destroy. On a Sunday, no plan and do. It's a good for you. So tell me why you're acting so. Don't listen you so. You sit down and just speak. Like you need therapy because like she put something in your water. Like she went by a spiritual doctor. Oh Lord. Like she put something in your water. Like she went by a spiritual doctor. Oh Lord.
Sharon Fierce is on Talk City 91.1 FM. 91.1 FM.
Okay, so this is how we welcome you inside our 8 o'clock hour. We are Talk City 91.1 FM. Your address for Talk inside Titans of Democracy. It's Friday, and the weekend is here, Sharon.
Boy.
Yeah, long week today.
This was a very long week for me.
Very long one.
I only got 2 hours sleep last night.
What you was doing, Sharon?
I would tell you, I cannot tell you that on air.
Okay, all right.
Right.
Yeah, all right. Nah, she was busy doing work. Those are the
Yeah.
Anyway, so what? Phone calls? More phone
Yeah, I'll
calls?
be taking the calls. People, all I'm saying to you all today, this is crunch time. We have 3 more days. Do your thing wisely. Make sure you analyze all that you have to analyze. And you know how the thing does go. You know? Let's go. Take the calls.
Hello.
Good morning.
Morning, darling.
How you guys doing? This is the day that the Lord has made, Sharon.
Yes, indeed. Yes.
Only let us rejoice. We have things to rejoice about, you know. You know, the 29th will be celebration in a big way, because remember now, the word is a lamp, people, unto our feet and a light unto our path. That's where we want to walk, in the light. Sharon, I'm watching these people, them. Sharon, they're so jealous and envy. They don't know what to do. The whole battalion of them just up in red from head to toe. Red evermore, you swear. That's a PNM push they're doing this. These people are them are no shame, none whatsoever. And you see me, it makes me more happy when I see these things. And the gentleman that's there and stuck all over, that he wish every PNM person get a heart attack and die. I am nobody.
I saw that thing last night. Mr. Napuna, last night somebody sent that to me. I stand up with my mouth wide open and I say, what kind of thing is that?
And the Africans and them, the PNM people, I see a token with them. Sharon is a mom black clothes, any damn yellow clothes. I saw that just now. It's the greatest one battalion of them. Big flag, but everybody in very dark blackish looking clothes. And sprinkle and the yellow between them, and it's a UN something. But you know what? I will repeat it. Anytime you see Kobo something, remember that thing down there. You hear? But Sharon, we only have to focus. People be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. We just have to focus, Sharon. And they will never, Kamala will never see the corridors of power in this country. Never again in my lifetime that woman will ever come back. They ain't not coming back. They could do what they want. A house divided cannot stand. And them man and them will have a wrong you Kamala will hold Alexander holding your hand high up in the air. They will tumble you down on the 29th. You understand? They know they can't win, but this is our some people, they don't care about the soul, you know. They care about the money. Do you understand? They're not denied. Imagine, you understand, Sharon? Sharon, you understand? Sharon, you understand?
Hey.
Sharon,
yes, Mr. Napuna.
You understand? Hey!
All you behave.
That dummy donkey head. You understand? If I take $40,000 money as a direct court, so I understand. Oh God, 14. Understand?
I understand very clearly.
All the one that understand why I'm talking to who don't know. Shall you catch it?
Long time.
Maybe I didn't catch it.
Yeah.
Well, I understand.
Look, I'm behave.
I use it only go down because, oh God, you understand. Sharon, I'm looking for ambition. I want to come white.
Look,
other people pray.
Mr. Napuna, you too, you have too much size for that little bottle of cream.
Hey, I wish I could have put up one of my latest. Tell you all to see how this woman put Sharon.
I see you here
long
boy.
50, 51, 52, 53. You're coming for me, my son, and all of them, but they want me. Could you imagine that, John? Tell you saw what I sent for you?
Yes, I see it.
Tell them mother not lying, no. A man told me yesterday, Sean, he said, you know, I love you and I want you. Why you treating me like that? The man ready to come. I want to marry you. I sold my house and go to my granddaughters. And he said, I don't want nothing from you. I just want your love. I go on.
All right, Mr. Napuna. Oh, God. Oh. Olia, let me tell Olia.
There's no other side of call the show The Young and the Titans. Not The Young and the Youngsters, sir. The Young and the Titans.
Let me tell all you this, and just to show you how some people like Bacchanal. So, Rai Rakbeer, Rambali, Anita Haynes, Lala, call the names now. A couple of people would have resign and leave the UNC and whatever. So Anil Roberts or somebody, it is alleged, I'm going to use the word, you're calling people names and cussing them and wherever because they leave the party and probably end up on another political platform or in the crowd of another political party. But why hurt your head and quarrel? All you get, Kennedy Swarat Singh, Roger Alexander, who again? As if only get two big fish. Macamillion. Is Macamillion? Pep. Roger, Annex Alexander, only Alexander's like, Philip Alexander. And I don't know what position she playing for, the Thomas Gill, PSA. I wonder if she know exactly what she's doing. Anyhow, all of these, why only want to make an issue? So some leave you, some come here. Some come here, they leave you. But what is the big problem about? What you're cussing and carrying on for? If you treating an animal bad or you're treating somebody bad, and they just walk away, and they just leave and go, they get John Jeremy. I forget he too. All they get 1, 2, 3, and I don't know who else. What is he complaining about? What are you complaining about? What? Why must we go to? And we get Victor Roberts. Victor Roberts leave the party, say he resign. You can't get vexed with the people if they have an opinion. And that is the democratic right to leave or not to leave. Look, all you're playing smart with chippiness, yes?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning again.
Morning.
Miss Felix, they also get win Bravo.
Well, listen, let me tell you this. From what I know, from ever since, remember Theodore Guerra was NAR at one time, remember that?
Yeah.
And so on. Bravo father was an employee, and I'm talking from what facts that I know. His father was working with Theodore Guerra, and so was the mother.
Right.
I'm not expecting Bravo to be anything else but opposite to PNM. So I knew some time ago I saw a picture with him and Khadija Aming somewhere, I can't remember. I saw some kind of something, can't remember. So that didn't faze me because I was expecting that. Them thing ain't bothering me. But what does get me upset is that all the people coming over to you and people going elsewhere. What is the big problem? What are you cursing them for? What are you cursing them?
Jeremy,
yeah.
Many of the people don't even remember. Went on a UNC platform and talk and all kind of thing and say he's UNC and everybody should vote for the UNC. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
That make news for nearly a whole week in the most influential station. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Morning, noon, and night. John Jeremy. So I listened this morning. That particular frequency.
Mm-hmm.
7 o'clock, nothing.
8 o'clock.
On Danish Shambali.
Nothing.
8 o'clock, just now. I listen again.
Nothing.
When he was front and center, sitting down right next to Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley, and eventually went up on stage. I was dancing with who? Members of Parliament of the People's National Movement and having a good time. Not a word. I waited for 12 o'clock news. I waited for 4 o'clock news.
Wait in vain.
That
Wait in vain.
influential station that could bring John Jeremy, who nobody remember, morning, noon, and night, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock for 5 days. But they can't bring a member of a sitting member of parliament. But let me give you a shocker quickly. You know, it's a fella going up in point 14 under a UNC banner, but came out of the bowels of the OWTU. A fella named Ernesto Kaiser.
Kaiser, something like that.
Let me give you a story. You see, I wait for this weekend because I have some shockers for you this weekend. Let me give you one. Around 2016, 2017, when you're listening, you know, Ernesto Kaiser was fired by Trinma. Reason, he was abusing his authority as a union leader, a union member, under the guise of saying he's taking time off to do business for and on behalf of the union on many occasions, when that wasn't true. And they found out when they had the records, and he was fired. Roche run down there and make a set of old noise. It make papers and all kind of things. But you know what happened? A government, a PNM government minister went down there and said, listen, let us forget about this and let us give him back his portfolio. But keep close notes on him in case it should happen again. That same Ernesto Kaiser who leave MSJ, gonna cross and wearing UNC jersey today, as instructed by Roger to run for the UNC in point 14 against Kennedy. That same Ernesto Kaiser was fired and got back his job because of People's National Movement, who had a heart and said, okay, give him back his job, but keep close tabs on him. Let him abuse his union membership. Ain't he going to do union business when it was in fact not so? That same Ernesto Kaiser. Let Roche come and say that is not true now. That is a fact of the matter. That is why, you see, the ungrateful, the macarams going up and bad talking the same PNM who say we work, that in 2018 he was able to get all of the money that Dr. Rowley gave them, $500,000, no tax. And they say we like to give tax. No tax on the first $500,000. And he gets over $1 million.
But Brian, as you're talking about tax and so on, if it is the government raise the tax allowance from 7,000 something, if you're making 7,000 a month, to now 9,000.
No, it went from 5,000.
Right.
To now, if you're working for $7,500 a month.
Right.
You pay no taxes.
Right. And then it gone from, it ain't gone up a little higher?
It went up 3 times. Right? It went up 3 times. That's a personal allowance.
Right.
Went up 3 times. So now it has reached a point where if you're working for $7,500 a month, you pay no taxes. It used to be up to 5,000. Now it's up to 7,500. So you're still making about $2,500 every month extra without paying 1 cent tax. That is what the PNM government, in all of the trying times when oil went below $1, when they were paying you to take the oil and store it for them, when COVID came in and he saved everybody, nobody lost a job, but everybody got paid on time, inclusive of all those who were under the Ministry of Social Welfare and Family Service, got all their monies on time, inclusive of those who lost their jobs in the private sector and couldn't pay the rent. He assisted them with that. They wouldn't talk about these things. They would never talk about it. You understand? That is what the PNM did Trinidad and Tobago in those hard, difficult times when other people was telling you, drink puncheon and take lime and stand up in the sun and they go put a dome over the country. That was their solution to COVID. You understand? Today, people carry home more money in the pocket. Even those who working in CPAP and URP taking home a basic wage of $22.50, but everybody else is paying a basic wage of $20.50. People wouldn't talk about these things. Don't you forget. This is what the PNM government did for us, we, the people of Trinidad and Tobago. You understand? That's what they did for us. That is a caring government under the stressful, hardest times. When in 1986, as soon as they get a little bit of pressure, when they thought everything would be good and they would get 10% increase, the first thing they did was calling the IMF, and people lost their jobs. People lost the cola. People lost the vehicles. You understand? And 2 years later, they formed Club 88, they break up. The same thing happening right now today, and people not seeing it. It is happening all over again. What happened in 1986 and 2010, when the corpse, when Carol C. Prasad Becha was dumped like a piece of old rubbish, when she tried to investigate a particular matter as Minister of Energy, and they brought in Kevin Ramnarine. People don't talk about these things with Felix because they want you to forget. They want us to forget. And they're doing it all over again for those of us who may have forgotten what transpired in 1986 and 2010. Kamla Prasad Visesta was instrumental in all of those. She was there then, and she's there today. And we have to remind the people, I will be doing so today and tomorrow, wherever and whenever I can. We must not forget these things. Because if you forget, well, this time, at age 73, it's going to be worse because she knows in 2030 she'll be 78. And she ain't want no more politics again after that. She'll already be getting $87,000 a month pension when she retires.
Papa.
Don't feel she ain't getting it. But nobody don't talk about that. She getting it too. She getting it too. But nobody don't talk about them things. Understand? You will remind the people between today, tomorrow, and Sunday, once we get the opportunity on every frequency, what they did to us. When they tell us everything good, everything nice, when they lied to us, when there was no money, and they were borrowing money to keep Petrotrin going. From since 2014 to 2015 fiscal, they had no money, so they were borrowing money. There's evidence there to prove. And telling me everything good. And refuse to give gas to the petrochemical downstream industries in Point Lisas in their area, all because Ken Julian was the man who was responsible for Flimdeco. And give it a company, one company down in Lavery, a Mitsubishi company owned by the Japanese, that had Stuart Young, a newly minted member of parliament, sent by Dr. Rowley halfway around the world to save us the lawsuit, the $1 billion lawsuit that was coming from those downstream industries in Point Lisas that where today they are the backbone of the economy of Trinidad and Tobago with urea, ammonia, and methanol. The backbone of our economy. They want us to forget these things. And if she get back in office and she go 15-1, all who have children studying abroad will have to remember that they're not only studying abroad, they have to pay dormitory fees so that they can get a little bed to sleep in. And if they don't have a family abroad to help them, and that too will go up. That too will go up. And all they got to bring all their children home. All they got to bring all their children home. Because Kamla Prasad Visesta in 2010 pulled government scholarships from people who were studying abroad in places like England. And I have the empirical evidence to show. And you know one of them, Ms. Felix, very well. You too, Damien. You know one of them very well. You just met him, Damien. You just met him just a few short weeks ago. Ask him when you see him next time and you go see him today.
All right,
Ask him if
Brian.
that is not true.
Okay, my darling Brian, thank you very much
Have
for
a good
all
day.
the information. I hope people listening. I hope that they're listening. Today, the floor is open for everybody to call once they can get in and empty what's on your mind, your stomach. I ain't stopping nobody. All right, so we have any voice notes?
Damian, if you see Mr. Ramberly last night on stage, like the man frightened, you know.
So, that what people getting paid to do? Mischief. When they do that, they ain't thinking about the after effect. Because when you do bad against a man, it turns back at you 7 times 7. I see plenty of when things happen, want to know what happen. Think positive. Stop being bought African people. I love all you. Stop being bought. Come out of that mental slavery now, boy. Let me love each other as a people now, boy. As a nation now, boy. What we do myself, boy? How you go and interfere with that old woman, boy, who could be your mother, your grandmother, boy? Oh. How we gonna do that? Even the little children. So that's how UNC want to win election, and after what? They know nothing about you. That's like what they do with MSJ and Jack and all of them. Even Jack one and all go and clear name and still boy, hey, all you good enough? All you good boy. See me? They can't come wrong me. My vote count on April 28th. A Ramini X on the symbol Balize. Great is the PNM. Great is the PNM. Great is the PNM. And we shall prevail on the 29th of April 2025. Thank you.
Cheryl, morning again. TPP doing the same thing in Tobago, like what UNC doing in Trinidad, destroying people, posters and banners. If you see what they did with Shamfa and Ayana, tallest and biggest posters, rip them off the scaffolding and mash them up. They throw Ayana down over a cliff, almost to go down in the sea. And that was done in Castara. And that same night, TPP had meeting in Castara. And those with the TPP candidates that were next to them, they remain untouched. That were next to the PNM's posters, all of them remain untouched. So you already know what the culprits. These people are so desperate and ignorant. One thing I know for sure, they cannot take their faces off the ballot papers. I know that for sure. Sure, that Thomas Gill, that PSC Thomas Gill. Only sure she don't need some kind of evaluation. To me, like she moving like she have a screw slack somewhere. She needs to tighten her screw somewhere. She's not moving copacetic at all. Something is wrong with that girl, eh? She's not right. She feels she was anointed. She wasn't anointed enough, she was appointed. I wonder who tell them that everybody in PSA is on the opposition side. Huh? I have families who in the PSA in the PSA, and they're so upset about this thing with this girl here.
I really try to
Brian, you
understand.
forget to say he was on stage dancing, having a good time, but you forget to say with broom in hand too, eh? Sweeping too, eh?
Oh, good.
Good morning, Sharon.
Good morning, young man. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Let me say what I have to say here. Good morning to the panel. I will be short and I'll be direct. Good morning, Mr. Stuart Young and your contingent. What we are witnessing to here is lies trying to dominate truth. And if lies could have won the battle over truth, then it will not have a God. I said it before and I'll say it again. Anyone in the world that wins an election, they could be what character they are. God allows it to be so. Nothing can't happen without God's intervention. God is in control of everything that happens on earth. We came into this world and met it so. Here we are with people just lying over the teeth, lying to run a country. And you're lying and lying and not thinking that God's position about lies will always stand firm. Lies belongs to the devil, people. Show me a lie. I challenge anyone. Show us a lie that Mr. Stuart Young and his contingent has professed to the people.
The old PNM Attorney General. They are nothing like the PNM. Nothing like the PNM. People leave the PNM being called. When they leave the UNC, they call them Okan and Nimaka. That is what Nick was explaining to them. It come like a raise in salary, so they don't really need no back pay. Because they're getting that all the time.
All right, so we're going to pay some bills, but before we do that, I got to let you know, Easter savings are here at Furniture Plus for a limited time. Get up to 40% off on certain city mattresses, plus huge savings on accessories to complete your perfect sleep setup. Don't wait. These Easter deals won't last. Shop in store or online now at Furniture Plus. Pay some bills. Come back with some more inside Titans of Democracy.
All culture lovers, are you ready to dive into the heart and soul of Trinidad and Tobago? Tune in to Culture Talk, where we explore the vibrant traditions, sizzling rhythms, and rich stories of our island every Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. with Short Pants. And how do you feel about Calypso? On Sunday, Short Pants opens the doors of the Kaiso Cafe from 1 to 5 p.m. You can share your views, chat with the singers, hear some of the best calypsos that were ever sung, and learn a little something and more about our Trinbago culture. Culture Talk on Saturday and Kaiso Cafe on Sunday with Short Pants on Talk City 91.1 FM.
Sustainable farming takes economic prosperity into account and blends it with environmental health. It means producing food or animal products without harming the natural environment while also working towards improving the social outcomes of the community where the farm is located. Today we speak with an advocate for this type of farming. I have here with me virtually founder and executive director of Y Farm, Alpha Sinon. Welcome back to the program. Today we wrap up our discussion on sustainable agricultural practices. You mentioned in the last interview that some of the challenges you believe we encounter with sustainable agriculture have a lot to do with buy-in by members of our society. Expand on this for me.
there are great incentive programs by the government, and we need buying from everybody going to the farmers markets. How do we get the family person who purchasing in the supermarket or in the market to choose pineapple instead of apples, to choose West Indian cherry instead of strawberry, you know? So, I mean, at the same time, one might argue, well, it's more readily available, which is the truth. So then we have to amp up our local fruit production. You know, a child in Trinidad and Tobago in the West Indies, and you saying your favorite fruit is apple and grapes. That is disappointing. When we have so much good fruits, but again, is it their fault? It's not. Is it the parents' fault? Well, maybe yes, but at the same time, maybe that is what they get readily available as well. So we need to amp up our production.
I also recognize that government has gone out of its way through various programs to do just that. And most importantly, they are targeting young people. I realize you also play your part in many of the programs currently in train. So okay, Mr. Sinon, let's change gears a bit. Today, I want to get some tips from you about urban agriculture.
Vertically is always an option, right? There are technologies these days where you're growing up, right? Vertically, as I mentioned, there's the Stacky hydroponics tower where we introduced this in a lot of communities, as a matter of fact, where people could grow, their seasoning, their lettuce, their patchouli, and they're growing up if you have limited space on the ground, right? Of course, there's grow boxes. We actually supply grow boxes as well too, where we're like a kind of step grow box, which we have 3 levels then, where you could plant your tomatoes in one section, you plant your pimento in one section, you get your soil, you get good seedlings, you make sure the roots of the seedlings are white. That shows that it's a healthy seedling. You get good soil.
Yes, having porous soil is also an important factor as it allows water, air, and nutrients into the ground. For me, learning about agriculture is a work in progress. I would admit that I often get discouraged when I plant and things don't go according to plan.
Well, some people will say, well, you have a green thumb. Well, I watch my thumb and I looking brown all the time. So my thumb is green. But I understand the analogy that they make. I think there's good energy and good vibes and the crop, and don't plant the thing and just leave the crop there, and then you expect to go back and say, wait, they're growing, water it, talk to it, you do nothing, you give it no TLC and you expect it to just grow for you. Nah, it don't work like that. It's a living thing.
Talk to it, Mr. Sinon. I have only seen that on television, but you know what? I can give it a try. As we seek to wrap up, I want to touch on the work you did with the United Nations Development Program. Tell us a bit more about it.
The Grow Garden app. We worked with the UNDP, to be able to develop some content for a Grow Garden project that they had going on. That was actually during the pandemic, and the police youth clubs of Trinidad and Tobago benefited from that.
Mr. Sinon, keep up the good work, and thank you for sharing. Stay tuned to hear more about Y Farm on our new series called The Green Corner. Listeners, I often ask myself, what does the future of sustainable agriculture look like? The onus is on all of us to play our part, from kitchen gardens to large-scale farms. Making the right eco-friendly choices can have a positive impact on future generations. We've been speaking to founder of Y Farms, Alpha Sinon. Thank you so much.
This was a production of the Information Division, Government Communications.
The following is a paid political announcement.
This election, you have to have a plan. The PNM plans a new chapter for social services. A fresh approach, innovation, young energy with we boy, Stioti.
We're going to double the number of food cards. We're going to increase the book grants.
Digital verification for grants. No more repeat paperwork.
We will reform the food support and disability grant systems to better protect and empower families.
Reforming the means test to give easier access to households facing temporary hardship. A new chapter for senior citizens. It's a boss manifesto. dial a ride to help senior citizens get to clinic. Just call and a car picking you up. It's a wave of innovation in this new chapter.
Make sure that our senior citizens are properly looked after with an automated pension system.
Tanti Kamla and all go benefit. PNM have a boss manifesto, so we paid for political announcement. Vote PNM.
PNM, we working together, we building together, and we'll make it better.
That was a paid political announcement.
Saturday, 10th May, First Citizen Supernovas presents A Day in Surrey 6. Saturday, 10th May at the Supernovas Panyard, Surrey Village, Lupino Road, Aruka. Live entertainment from 4 p.m. with performances from Parang Icons, Los Saludos de San Juan, and Los Tocadores. Look out for the sweet sounds of steel from NGC Cooper Troylanders, Lucci and Silver Stars, reigning national panorama champions, Republic Bank Exodus, and your host, First Citizen Supernova. Plus, surprise performances from your favorite DJs and personality. Lots of giveaways, delicious food on sale, and a well-stocked bar. So no coolers and no drinks allowed. This event is still free. Saturday, 10th May, A Day in Surrey 6. Powered by the Millennium Sound Company, Kiss Making Company. Member of Parliament for Aruca Lopino, Honorable Martin Gonzalez. And TTT Limited, the official media partner for A Day in Surrey 6.
Hey, Rockers here. I just want to invite you to join me on the Saturday brunch every Saturday morning from 9 a.m. And guess what? We have Kevin Sawyer joining us from 10 a.m. Gonna have some laugh therapy inside the Saturday brunch. Rock and come in.
Oh, wait, wasn't in the tournament?
Nah. I was supporting from our side. I was in the last three. This year, This year, take care.
Okay.
I think about the people a chance to win, no?
I think that's fair.
Even though I've never won it, but you know.
You never won?
No. Kind of like you on the purchase lamp.
Way. Okay, no problem.
Okay, so it's 4 minutes away from 9 o'clock, and this is where we close it off for today. Thank you very much, Sharon. Yeah. And we see you come Monday. Let's see. All right. So, guys, until the next one, be good, be safe.
Guys, the weekend has begun, and I'm saying to you, be careful. I will not be here on Monday. Let me just put it out there. So you'll be in the company of Damien alone. Damien will carry things, don't worry.
Yeah, man.
But Trinidad and Tobago, be safe, productive, cautious.
Yeah.
Cautious. All right?
Right.
And Damien, again, condolences to the family, you and the family. And then we're going to see about that.
Yeah.
So, guys, we out of here. Ciao.
All right.
So tell everybody. And let's get it started. Hey, what yo. I'm telling you, all work and no play, me say, no way. We don't want no matter that I need a stress reliever. 2 drinks in the hand and a girl in the middle. That's because we need to find the middle. For the sake of peace of mind, so the middle of the road is where you'll find me and my friend and them because we work so hard. For we deserve a party. We deserve it. Say we deserve it. Yeah, we deserve it.
The following is a paid political announcement.
Open all your eyes this election. All your big and all your sense. UNC promising the world.
Ready, show me who ready, show me who ready. This is the time, this is the place. The future is here, no time to waste. We build on the strength of those who trod this road before. Coming again. Cause I feel it like shining so bright in we heart and we soul. Red, black and white, together we strong. Come sun, come rain, cause it's blood in we veins. We all are the same. You don't know we red already. Thing and set already. Tell them we all in, we all in, we all in. Don't know we red already. The thing and set already. Tell them we all in, we all in, we all in. Oh, tell them we all in. Oh, just tell them we all in. Oh, tell them we all in. Tell them we all in. Tell them we all in. We under the same sky, feeling the same things. The movement is forward. We all want the same thing. Together we aspire, so we must achieve. Call the red army, the whole of TNT. So show them we red already. The thing done set already. Tell them we all in, we all in, we all in. Don't know we red already. The thing done set already. Tell them we all in, we all in, we all in. Oh, tell them we all in. Oh, just tell them we all in. Oh, tell them we all in. Tell them we all in. Fire in the soul, a nation so strong. Through the heart of a people, the victory is won. We fight for tomorrow, we fight for today. Stand strong together, blow the evil away. If we are one, the victory is sure. Keep fight and rule, we don't want that no more. Clean heart, clean hands, it's love to the core. And if love is the word, how about that we show? You don't know, so tell them you're red already. The thing is set already. Tell them we all in, we all in, we all in. Don't know we red already. The thing that's set already. Tell them we all in, we all in, we all in. Oh, tell them we all in. Oh, just tell them we all in. Oh, tell them we all in. Tell them we all in. Tell them we all in. Tell them we red and ready. The thing that's set already. Tell them we all in, we all in, we all in.
Be all in for TNT on April 28th. Vote PNM. Great is the PNM.